live. Hi, guys.
Go. Oh, we're live. We were gonna do a good intro, but we fucked that up already. Sorry. How's it going, guys? We have new screen spam this
Hi,
week.
everyone. We do, yeah.
Also, Bryce, you have to close the thing on the side.
What do I do? Oh, yeah. You're right. I do.
Yeah?
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I'm still trying to recover from this.
Well, that
my
title
God.
aged horribly.
And no. I thought that was a good intro.
Yeah, just you laughing in the
I
background.
thought it was better than you cutting me off when I tried
And
to do
we're
a real intro.
live!
Look, Gamer Panda said it was good, and he was the reason I was
Panda?
laughing so much.
Gamer Panda.
Because I said Gamer Panda said I'm new here, and I said we should yell Gamer Panda's name in the intro and announce that they're new because it'll be a funny, goofy intro. And then you said you yelled at me for screaming, and we laughed.
Okay.
Why are you making fun of me?
So we recapped the
Why
intro.
are you doing? Hi, Shadia.
Hi, Shadia.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Should we talk about the screen
No.
spam? Okay.
We just move on. Nothing's changed.
I'm drawing Lucia today. I know you guys are shocked.
Yo, Brain Blast, thank you for the sub.
Thank you, Brain Blast.
Shut up. You don't.
Is that a Jimmy
We've
Neutron
been
reference?
over this. You don't thank people when we're live. You need to be stone-hearted.
So you think?
I'm in school, so I'm gonna prime and dip. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
Brain Blast.
Is that brain that you wrote? That's
Yeah.
how you write brain?
I have I have
Well,
people that are
everyone, we got
really
new screen
appalled
spam.
by
we
the
got-
fact that I'm a
we-
professional artist, but my handwriting looks the way that it does.
Bra. Everyone's saying it. Yeah, I don't know what Gamer
What?
Panda.
It doesn't look like bra. What are you?
Shut
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck. It doesn't.
No,
like
it kinda
bra. I don't
did.
know what the fuck
Yeah,
you're
no,
talking about.
you're
Gamer,
right.
Can I please talk to Gamer Panda? I've been
Slim
trying to do
Shadia.
this for a while. Gamer Panda, thank you for the shout out. Thank you for being here. I have to be nice because Scott won't be nice. Anyway, yeah, we got new scream spam. As you'll see, we now have donation rewards, and that's it.
Yep.
There you go.
Bye.
That's it. No,
No,
I'll let you explain it.
the only well, it's so $10 gets you a critique. Remember, we did the critique stream last week, and as we talked about, the critique channel and Discord is still going to be open the whole time. So we were going to do spot critiques here and there. But if you want to guaranteed, like for sure, get your piece critiqued, donating $10 is how you do that.
Critique in the moment too. Like it'll be like
Yeah, like in the moment, like when you donate, I'll pull it up, and as long as it's safe for work, obviously.
Yeah, it has to be safe for work.
Donation for a sketch, $20. I'll do a sketch for you. It won't be anything crazy, but it'll just be a little sketch, and I'll DM it to you afterwards if you give me your handle or whatever. Stream for an extra hour. Now this is the one that requires a little bit of explanation. So normally we stream for about 2 hours every stream. So if you donate the $50, we'll stream for an extra hour, which means if you do it before the 2 hour mark, we'll stream until 3 hours. Because the first 2 hours are already guaranteed. So if somebody donated $50 right now, it would automatically would do 3 hours for the whole stream, and that'll keep going until basically we decide that we've had enough of it, and then we close that. But that'll just be open for as long as we can stand it, basically.
And it's only like, so if one person donates $50, but if you donate, like if you're one person and you donate like $100, that means we have to stream 2 extra hours. Like it
Yes.
stacks. And like Scott said, it'll just go as long as we can stomach it. Basically, we probably can't go indefinitely. Everyone save your
As
money.
you-
Make Scott sketch an entire stream. Ingo's already ruined it. Ingo's already trying to get us to get rid of this fucking thing.
Can't believe they're gaming the system.
But yeah, also thank you Scrub Lord for the sub.
Thank you, Scrublord, for the sub.
But yeah, and we also have more channel point things now. Channel point rewards. What the fuck are they, Scott? Oh yeah, there's one where it's you can make Scott shout out a Twitter artist, and there's one
My
where
choosing.
Scott will tease. Yeah, Scott's choosing. Sorry. And there's one where Scott will tease a future post. Basically, Scott does all the work, and I profit.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't get any money from the emotes. Thank you for the fucking Kolki. I said when this happened, I said Kolki was going to be the first one to do it. I literally, before stream, I said, I fucking guarantee it. Also, I'm seeing people redeeming stuff. I'll get to it in a second. I was like, I guarantee Kolky is going to 100% be the first one. I know it. I bet he's going to fucking immediately donate money. Kolky, thank you. It was it was 50 and 20. So,
Thanks, Kolky. Let me know what your donate or what your sketch is. Okay.
Real
hold on.
quick.
Now what? We've never done this before.
Give me a second. So, we got to stream an extra hour now. So, we'll be streaming guaranteed 2-3 hours. He said Lucia eating a cookie. Sorry, I meant to say that, Scott. That's what he wants you to know.
All right.
I'll get to the redeemed stuff here in a second, guys, because I want Scott to do the sketch first.
I got this. Whipping out my sketch skills, which is me drawing on stream. I very rarely actually do this.
I know this, but this will get you better at it.
That's true. Practice makes perfect.
Ingo said, Kolky, you have to moderate the extra hour stream. Hey, good luck on your math exam, Ingo.
Good luck, Ingo.
Also, go study. Leave. Why are you here?
Everyone tell Ingo good luck.
Everyone can tell Ingo to go study.
I mean, I feel like this stream makes you better at math.
Yo,
We got all these.
Thank you for the 250 bits.
Thank you. Also, we what was it that we decided? The bits, points, they work for the donations?
We decided they didn't work for the donations. Oh, no, they do work. They do work. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they do work for the donations. So if you were to donate the amounts in bits that would be 10, 25, or 50, it would count towards it. Also, like I said, thank you, OF Jehudi, for the 250 bits. I hope I didn't butcher your name.
Probably did, but that's alright. What should she be wearing?
Yo, thank you for the $10, Shadia. Link what you want critiqued. Either link it to me or Scott in DMs, or here if you want.
Shadi has that inside cut. She can just DM us.
This I was gonna say, yeah, Shadia can just hit us straight up directly.
See, here we go.
It's got sad really quick.
Okay. I'm
Scrub
gonna give her a cookie shirt. Should it be whole cookies or just, I'll do whole cookies.
I like the thought you're putting into it.
This is the level of attention you get with the sketch, guys.
Can't make this up, said Yo Scott.
Yo.
This is a pretty good sketch, to be fair, for something you banged out in like 2 minutes.
I'm exposing myself here. Actually, I'm really fast at drawing.
I don't think anyone doubted that, just being 100% with you. I feel like you should shade in the box with the Kolky, like with the actual close-up, because you shaded in the top box. I'm here to critique you.
Yeah, I'll critique everybody else. You critique me.
Sketch said, "Is this the Cookie Monster, Lucia?" No, Kolky donated for a sketch, and so he asked Lucia to be drawn eating a cookie. We also have to stream an extra hour. Oh, I didn't put Kolky's name on screen. We said we were gonna do that when somebody. I never set that up. I didn't.
Yeah,
do that like I was
but
supposed
that's only in the extra hour, so we have 2 hours to set that
okay,
up.
and we'll probably forget. But Kolky, everyone knows it was you. We all love you.
Thanks for the.
Thank you for the 100 bits,
Dono.
Surge Knight. I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna save this and then Kolky, I'll send it to you after the stream.
No, Kolky, you don't got a screenshot. Like I said, he'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, Scott, before you go, you're not fucking free yet. You have to shout out 2 Twitter artists.
2 Twitter artists. All
Yeah.
right,
That
let me
can
load
also,
up my
well,
Twitter.
Scott does it. I'll say that can only be redeemed 3 times per stream, just so Scott doesn't have to constantly keep doing that. And the tease a future Twitter post can only be redeemed once per stream. Again, just so Scott doesn't have to constantly keep teasing posts. We would like to have more stuff for channel points. We just haven't had any good ideas aside from these ones. So if you guys have any ideas or anything you think would be fun, Scott, it already fucked up the names being in the center. for the.
Oh, great. If anybody knows how Streamlabs works, please message us.
We'll have Ingo. Ingo, I need your help fixing this tomorrow because I'm stupid. Not tomorrow. Sometime. I'll have my people contact your people. But I'm gonna move it on.
How to
the fly.
find a safe for work Twitter artist that I follow. Okay, I got one.
Yo, thank you for the 1 bit.
Yo.
Thank you, Gamer
my
Panda.
dude.
I'll read your thing in a second, Gamer Panda. Actually, I'll read
Okay.
it. Oh, there you go.
Well, here, yeah. Well, I was just gonna say that. Follow this person. Follow Lucy. PURRLUCII on. I'll link in the chat. That seems like a
Followed
smart
by
idea.
the goat, Ingo.
Yeah, go follow that person. I linked them in the chat, so you don't have to search. See, I'm thoughtful.
You have another one you have to do.
Oh shit.
You have
Okay,
to-
well, read something else.
Let me just scroll up and make sure I didn't miss any. Yeah, you have to do that twice, and then you have to shout out a future post or tease a future post. Gamer Panda said an idea, but hear me out. Lucia cosplaying Hilda from Pokemon Black and White. You've never done her cosplaying a Pokemon character, I don't think.
I've never done. Yeah, no, nothing Pokemon. I've not done.
You've done her cosplaying stuff before, technically, because like Kill Bill and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've done lots of cosplay stuff like Tifa and stuff like that. I'm just really scared of drawing anything Nintendo.
Fair. Two things. Shadi asked how many pieces she could send for critique.
As many as you want. I'll probably just focus on one actually, but you can send as many as you want and I can pick one.
And Witty Nin said, is Kill la Kill fan art considered safe for work? Not a super sexual pose. It's Satsuki in Junketsu.
Well, look at what's on my screen right now. And if you feel like it's in the same realm as this, then you're fine. Okay, I got my other one here. Now, I don't actually know for sure, but I think this one does a little bit of NSFW art. Not a ton, but just keep that in mind. Go follow LeeDraw11 on Twitter.
Everyone go do it.
Do it. I linked that one as well.
Linking straight to the media tab.
Right to the media. Well, that's where all the art is.
That's where the good stuff is.
Yeah.
Sunny Go Drawing said, hey Bryson Scott, did you know you're both swag as hell? Thank you very much.
Well, I am. I can't speak for
Shut
Bryce.
the fuck up. I swear to God. It's all love, all positivity here, everybody. Thank you, Jesse J. Jones, for the host. Also, that's
Thank you,
that's a
Jesse
pretty
J.
baller
Jones.
name. I dead ass can't lie.
Sounds
Well,
like a cowboy.
We're going up to 3 hours this stream.
That's true. This will be the first time we've ever streamed for 3 hours. By the way.
we went close a few streams back, just kind of by accident. But we've never actually hit the 3 hour mark.
We're popping that number 3 cherry
We're
today.
popping our cherry live and on stream, everybody. Twitch, don't take that out of context.
Bring towels.
Jesus Christ.
Now here, the real question will be: can we be entertaining for a 3rd hour?
We'll let them answer that.
That's
Everyone,
true.
by
I
the time
guess
we
if we
get to
get
the third
another
hour,
donation, we'll...
let us know if we're funny, or let us know if we've fallen off. Hey,
if you don't think we're funny now, then why are you here?
from the start of the stream to the end of the stream, you fell off, bro. Yeah, we tank our careers by the end of the stream.
What'll happen to my drawing by a 3rd hour?
Gamer Panda, thank you for the 2 bits. How about her cosplaying Midnight from My Hero Academia?
Which one's midnight?
I don't know either. I'll keep it a buck.
Let me Google it.
Travanator, hello Scott and Bryce. How are you doing? I'm doing swell. Having
Oh,
a fine
her.
day.
Yeah, if you said the big tittied one, I would have known who you meant. I like doing cosplay stuff. I like drawing those outfits. They typically don't do as well, so I don't do them a ton.
Did Shadi ever send the critique thing? You didn't forget about that, did you?
No,
Oh, okay.
she is not. Bryce, when are you gonna draw on stream?
Veldra said, yeah, you have Monopoly? We didn't stream for 3 hours when we played Monopoly. Did we? I don't think we did.
You know we might have.
Did
though.
we? That doesn't count.
We-
Nobody watched the Monopoly stream except for like
That's
10
true.
people. That was
Except
like
for Veldros.
our worst stream ever was that in terms of viewership. As I think like after like we actually started streaming consistently, was that fucking Monopoly stream. No, but the people that were there remember my fucking victory, and so that's all that matters. And I know Veldros was there. He was there for the whole fucking thing. The trooper. The Monopoly stream was really the worst. It was that and the Uno stream both bombed pretty hard in terms of viewership. They were fun streams. I thought they were fun.
Turns out people like it when we do art on stream
Well,
and
I
talk about art
think
things.
if we played games people cared about more, it like if the next stream were like, bro, it's the Go stream, I don't think people would be very hyped.
Bro,
maybe if
if
we-
Monopoly doesn't bring in the people,
I've been trying to convince Scott to race me and Jump King live on stream. I've been trying to convince Scott that we'll both start Jump King. We'll start at the same time. We'll go and we'll see who can make it the furthest by the end of the stream. I think that'd be a fun idea. He's not going for it. I've been trying to. I feel like it'd be fun content.
well, if we ever set up a sub goal, we can make that a sub goal.
Yeah, but by then Jump King won't be popular anymore. Come on, Scott. You got to stick with the times.
When's the last time I played a game that was popular?
Red Dead 2, probably when it came out.
Yeah, I didn't even beat that game. I really liked it.
That is fair.
I think if I played Jump King on stream, it would no longer be popular. Like I think I'm the problem.
Competitive streamed Wordle. I have been seeing a lot of people. Oh, also shout out Mark the Goat. I have been seeing a lot of people play Wordle lately, but I've never played it. I also know there's that like Swirtle game where it's like
Fuck
Wordle,
is
but
Wordle?
it's like a Scrabble type game, isn't it? I think it's like a Scrabble type game.
Yo, I'm the goat at Scrabble.
Bro, Scott did. Oh my god! Well, last time we played Scrabble, you like started out by whipping out like the fucking longest word, and then the game crashed. I remember that so vivid. I don't remember what the word was though.
Well, yeah, because we play on the PlayStation, and it's an Ubisoft game, so it crashes religiously.
Kokido said, I remember you guys talking about playing F1. I'd pay to see you guys suffer. Bro, we tried to get into F1 for like a hot minute. That game is literal suffering. I don't know. I wanted to like it so bad. F1 is apparently the most complicated game in history. My brain could not figure out how to play that game. I tried. I haven't tried playing it on the baby easy mode where like it fucking does half of the things for you, and I still sucked. I would just wreck or get disqualified over and over. I was so bad at it. It wasn't even the game. It was just me.
Yeah, I was really confused by the whole thing. We kept getting disqualified for like going off track or something.
You go off track for a second, and they're like, fucking gonzo.
I got booted out of the league.
Koki said you can teach us? Okay, Koki. Maybe one day. Maybe if we ever go back.
We were trying to play F1 because something we're working on is kind of related to that, and it did not teach us anything.
If anything, it made us move further away from it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Master each other? Bro, Scott and I will fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! On stream, though. Like, dead ass. We'll fucking go. That'd be a fun stream, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream. It'd be fun, but I feel like everyone would just shit on our decks. That's why anytime I talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! It's immediately followed up with somebody being like, oh, let me tell you why your deck list isn't good enough. Not that I'm like, I mean it in a bad way. I like learning. But just once I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And it to be like a chill vibe, you know?
Yeah, I talked a lot of shit about my Yu-Gi-Oh! Skills in Discord.
You got your ass
Very
kicked.
recently, I got my ass handed to me in a duel. So I'm not gonna talk myself up this time.
I gotta yeah, I haven't played in a while. Last time I played I was running that I was running a Wind Witch deck. Fuck, what else was I running? Oh, the fucking dinosaur deck. I forget its name. Not a Jurok deck.
Jurok.
No, not a Jurok deck. The one that lets you summon the big boy. That's really fucking good. I can't. Dino Smashers? I think it was a Dino Smashers deck.
I have no idea. Play Dishonored. Victoria, is that you?
No. Her name is the same as in the Minecraft one, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I've played Dishonored. I played a little bit of the first Dishonored. It's cool.
never
Arcane makes good stuff. Deathloop's really good, except for the latter half of the game.
Except for half of the game.
No, like the ending. I mean, like I didn't like the last hour of the game. You guys play any fighting games? No, Scott's really bad. At them.
Well,
Scott's really bad at fighting games, and so he won't play them with me. And I don't really have the time to play fighting. Like fighting games, I feel like if I want to enjoy them, I'd have to like put time into actually learning them, and I just always get bored. Like I'd rather play other games. We did play a bit of Fighter Z. I did play a lot of Budokai Tenkaichi 3 back in the day, but I know that's not the kind of games you're talking about.
You're just conveniently ignoring UFC 3, Bryce.
Yeah, sorry. DDY5 said, I feel honored to be here for some reason. I feel honored that you're here. Also,
I feel honored that everyone feels so honored.
We also had a few people mention Gartic Phone. Neither of us have ever played Gartic Phone, but we know everyone plays it, so it's fun.
I feel like I missed my opportunity with that one because Games Cage invited me to play that on stream, and I couldn't do it at the time. I feel like if I was ever gonna do it, it would have been then.
Yeah, we never played it together or with anybody either. Apex? I played a little bit of Apex.
Tell them how many times we won.
Never.
Tell them how many times we made it to the final 2.
Once.
Exactly. We were so fucking close.
And we've never played it since.
We were so close. We were in this room. Two people came in and just killed us immediately. I had never felt more old in a video game.
Yeah, not my cup of tea anymore. But I did play. I played Apex when it came out a little bit, and like I said, Scott and I played it a little bit here recently. Smash Bros. I own Smash. I really want to like Smash. Again, it's the same thing. I don't have the time to get good at it. Or to like I sat down with someone from our Discord and played it for like 2 or 3 hours one night, and he explained to me Smash and like all the things, and by the end of it was like, this game is just too much for me.
Here's the thing about Smash with me. I was under the impression that it was kind of like Mario Kart in that it was like a fun, like casually sit down with your buddies and kind of like play, or like with the family or whatever. That is not what Smash is. It is very like competitive. It's like a fighting game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, Scott likes it when he can beat the casuals.
Yeah. We downloaded what was that game? Split World? Splitgate. And I guess we got matched up with a bunch of newbies at the start. It was really fun being the best player in the lobby for a while.
Splitgate's really fun. Everyone should play Splitgate. Thank you for the 5 bits. Lucia as Cammy or Chun-Li. That's a good one.
There was I'm not gonna remember. Echo would remember, I think, who it was. But there was this one fighting character I wanted to draw her as. It was like, I can't remember, but the character was dressed in clothes that like, she had like a big, like cod cloth going down here, and had like circles. She had like big old legs.
That's Chun-Li, isn't it?
Big old boobies. No, well, kind of, but not like. And then like cut off sleeves. It's not Chun-Li, because it was like red. Like this part was red. I can't remember her name though, and I never drew it. So
Shiranui, my Shiranui.
Yeah, that one. I think that one. I really wanted to draw
King of Fighters girl.
I'll pull that up and make sure that's who I'm thinking of. Yes, it is. It is. I don't know what game this is from.
King of Fighters. I just told you. I literally just said it.
There's no way for me to know what game this is from.
King of Fighters. It's a fighting series.
I guess it's from Fighter Z.
King of Fighters. Is it Cammy? Yes, it is Cammy. Cammy from King of Fighters. Right?
I don't know. It's like I
was being an asshole, Scott. I was pulling.
I don't know who Cammy is.
Oh my God, she's fucking Cammy's. Guys, what game's Cammy from?
Oh my God, Scott, you don't know.
She's from Street Fighter, right? Is she from Street Fighter? Is Cammy from? I don't play fighting games. Street Fighter? Yeah, see, I fucking knew. Lucia dressed as Bryce and Scott. Echo said, "What the fuck?" Echo, you know for a fact I don't play fighting games. Why would you expect me to know this? Bikin's from Guilty Gear. I know that. I know that because I hear about it all the time.
fighter character that I just mentioned. That was actually an idea that Echo gave me. There was a point where Echo gave me like 60 ideas for post sheets in like one sitting.
There was one night Scott and I. This was like a year ago at this point, and I think Scott's used most of them. But there was one night where Scott and I were sitting down talking, and he was like, "Man, I think I'm running out of ideas for post sheets." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I just don't know what to draw in." And I was like, "Why don't you just start drawing in everyday outfits? Like Lucy as a nurse, Lucy as this, that." And then he's like, "Holy shit, that's a good idea!" And then he like do the nurse post sheet. And like, I guess I saved Scott's whole career that night. Do you remember that? It like blew your mind. You like had never considered the concept.
I had never thought about using jobs as a post sheet idea before. Wait till the next post sheet, the unemployment line.
Scott Shadia sent the thing like just a minute ago.
Oh, I see.
We're only 2 minutes behind. Bye, Ingo. Study for that test. Pass it. Fucking kill it.
Speaking of passing tests, would you?
No, hold on. This is more important. Quizabria said, "I know a guy that steals your drawings."
Oh, really?
You know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy?
I know people that steal my drawings, but I don't talk about it. I think Shadi is sending more than one drawing, by the way, which is why I'm waiting.
Oh, okay. Koki said Bryce is street legal. Yeah, I guess I'll talk about that. I passed at 24 years old. I got a learner's permit.
Let's try.
Which means, huh?
I said first try.
Yeah, which means I can now start driving, which is cool. I'm on the path to driving. I only failed the test 3 times before I passed it.
But nobody fails you a 4th
Nobody fails Bryce Beal a 4th fucking time. I went in there. I got every single question right. The guy said congratulations. I felt it. Veldrell said wait just now. Yeah, baby. Come on. 24 years old. Took me a little bit of a late bloomer.
Bryce he needs a nudge and a push sometimes.
That is true. Every time I've made a big life decision, Scott has basically been the one that's pushed me to do it. In some form.
I feel like I'm a proud dad watching his child take to the streets for the first time.
Yeah, so on Monday, I lost about 2 hours of work because like I said, I failed this fucking thing 3 times. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to study for like 3 goddamn hours. And so I read that fucking manual front to back to front to back to front. I walked in there more confident than I've ever been in my life. Let me tell you how much Scott wanted me to pass this. He was gassing me up. Like, he was like, no one fails Bryce a 4th time. You just wrote the best scene of your career the day prior. Not many people could write a scene as good as that motherfucker. You can pass this driver's. And I'm like, that's how you know Scott wanted me to pass.
And then you did.
And then I did. I passed and got to spend money to actually get my fucking thing. Classic.
Yeah, the whole driving scenario seems a lot more complicated in Maryland than
I gotta do fucking 30 hours of driving school, which is like $300. Not fun. No buys. Don't want to do that.
10 hours for every test you fail.
Especially because I'm gonna have to probably be around a bunch of teenagers, and I know they're all gonna fucking look at me because I'm gonna be like 24. I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna be so out of place.
Who's this old guy? Who's this old fuck with a beard?
I'm gonna walk in with my skateboard over my fucking shoulder. Like, how do you do, fellow kids? What do you do for a living? Me and my best friend make pornography. What do you do? That's why I like it whenever anyone asks what I do for a living. I like to say me and my best friend make porn because it always makes their eyes bulge out of their head.
Wonder why.
It's a funny way to word it, and I like to leave it like that and like see if they ask more about it.
What they don't know is you're actually talking about our OnlyFans.
Yeah. Veldrell says, today's an occasion to say congrats and leave it. Thank you, Veldrell. Yo, Scrublord, thank you for the $10. Hey, Scott, do you think you can critique the Biken drawing I made 2 weeks ago? Also, keep up the awesome artwork. I love you too, Bryce. Thank you.
Yeah, I can. Let me, about to critique Shadia's piece, because I just finished this pose, so... Let me do that, and then I'll do both your guys' pieces. Also, thanks.
Yeah,
remember
thank
if
you.
I said thanks.
The goat.
Our fans are so nice.
That is true. Everyone, you're very nice. Let's see if they're as nice when we're trash by the third hour. I'm anticipating a third hour drop off for us, and the crowd's gonna turn on us.
Oh God, we're the Roman Reigns. That's a reference maybe nobody else gets in the chat. Okay. Cool. Let me do Shadia's, and then I will... see, this will be difficult because I'm gonna have to try and critique Shadia's artwork, which is really, really good. So let me pull it in here. This will just be an excuse for us to look at Shadia's pretty artwork.
AO Cross said wrestling fans. Scott and I are wrestling fans.
Yeah. Don't watch it much anymore. We fell off. Yo, speaking of Chum Lee, it's her name, right? Chum Lee?
Chun.
Oh, I'm thinking of the guy from Pawn Stars. This is not the guy from Pawn Stars.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I'll keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I was not expecting the Pawn Stars reference.
I feel like we don't reference Pawn Stars.
Yeah, let's start referencing. Didn't he get arrested for like having a bunch of guns and drugs?
I think he did a bunch of meth. I think that he
Damn,
did.
free my homie Chumley.
I think he's out now.
Oh, never mind.
I think he did a bunch of meth and then went to jail.
Thanks for freeing my homie Chumley.
I hope it's not something worse than that. We're not talking about him, but whatever.
If it's something worse than that, I didn't say that.
I'll say that I think this is my favorite drawing you've ever done, Shadia. This is like, it's so good. I have nothing bad to say about this drawing. It's so, I mean, look at it. Look at the colors, the shapes. Let me, I guess if I have to say something, critique, I would say, with the legs, I think you could keep in mind a little bit more the form, like the 3D form. So like, sort of like the wire mesh of it, because like the way that these aren't quite, because I think what you're going for is like, I have my stabilizer on, that's why my brush isn't working. I think what you're going for is like they're pulled up a little bit, like this, which is fine. But so like if you were to draw this leg out like in space and do the wireframe on it, it would be like, you know, this. You gotta. I've been trying to do this a lot myself recently. This is a horrible example of it, my little sketch there. But trying to figure out the 3D form of something and really think about how it wraps around, because you see when you get to the edges here, like it really tucks back around here. It's all, and like it goes straight down. Whereas I think in yours you could have paid a little bit more attention to that, like specifically here. So maybe it would have looked a little bit more like. Also, I like the leg squish. Also, I'll talk about leg squish a little bit because this is something that I learned. I don't remember when I learned this, but the inside of your leg, the inside, and the back of your leg. This is the side, but like the back of your leg, which would be back here. Those are the really squishy parts. So you would have like more squish here. That's good. But on the outside of the leg, because the femur is actually closer to the side of the leg, the skin's usually a little bit tighter and there's not as much squish on this side. So it doesn't have to be completely flat, but usually I draw it completely flat. But you could have done the leg bit a little bit more like this. Like I said, focus on how it wraps around and it really adds. Also, you decided to do fishnets, which are my worst enemy. They're so hard to do for me. But I think the same thing applies with them. Like I think they could wrap a little bit more realistically around, or not, maybe not realistically, harshly, extremely. Extremely makes it sound cooler than it is. But yeah, this is also how I draw fishnets, by the way. I do large areas, and then you can just go in the middle of them and just keep making them smaller and smaller, depending. You drew yours pretty small here.
She said it's okay, I used a brush that makes it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm in Photoshop. I don't have those fancy brushes. When I do fishnets, I usually draw them by hand, but I know a lot of people do like the warp tool and other stuff like that. But yeah, you can do either way. That's just how I draw them if I do them by hand. If I were to do like a comic book character with them, which I don't think this character's from a comic, but if I were to do that, then I might try and get a brush for it. But yeah, that would be, I think, my biggest takeaway from this drawing is focus on the 3D form of the legs. A little bit more, because they read a little bit flat compared to the rest of the image, where I think specifically around the chest area you did a really, really good job at rendering out the forms. And exhale. This drawing's really cool. This is the Chainsaw Man, I believe.
That is true.
Sorry, I had to get a drink of coffee. Okay, this drawing, right away, what I notice in this, I'm kind of just going through quickly here because I don't want to spend a ton of time on it, but the only thing that I notice immediately out of this that I would want to change is the eye here is seems a little bit off to me, and maybe so like when you do. Like, if you do an eye realistically, right, which obviously this isn't a realistic style, but, like, from the side, it usually looks a little bit like this. So it looks something like that. And so if you apply... I guess the way to apply that to, like, a stylistic thing that I try and think of is usually it gets smaller as you get back here. So, like, you no matter what the style is, you try and get some kind of a triangle. So when you have this angle here, it kind of breaks the triangle. It's more of a, whatever shape that would be, trapezoid. I don't know.
Trapezoid.
You don't know. Shut up.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't know.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, yeah, it's a trapezoid, bro. Classic trapezoid.
Classic trapezoid.
But doing it in style, because obviously we take liberties with style. I might do something like. This maybe because I kind of like you have the full circle here. I might try and show more of that, so I might do something like this if I were gonna do that. Just a quick change. Like I said, that's the only real thing that I noticed that I would have changed in the drawing. It's super cool. Is this a print? Do you sell this? I feel like I should know that. But I want to buy this if this is a print.
Thank you, Kolky and Sunny, for the bits.
Thank you, Kolky and Sunny, for the bits.
She said
drawings.
yes. She does sell it.
Okay, send me a link after the stream. I'll buy a print of that. The Chun-Li drawing, or Chum-Li, the Pawn Stars guy. I like the...
Not chum enough.
Boo.
Wow.
Wow. The immediate thing that I think here is I think it's a little bit desaturated. It has a look about it like I'm going to guess that you did a multiply layer for the shading because it kind of has that look here with and I think there's also a noise layer on it, so that makes it hard. Yeah, so that makes it a little harder. Or no, not noise. Well, it's some kind of noise. That makes it a little harder to color pick. But when you do a multiply layer, I find typically what gives it the look of having a multiply layer, because it's fine to use them as long as it doesn't really look like you use them, in my opinion. The reason that it looks like it here is because of the white and the skin. They're very desaturated, and with a blue background as well. Like, you would think that the shadow on the white would be a lot more blue. See if I can find a way to quickly select. No, I don't think I have a way to do that. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, so it's kind of like the whole thing kind of looks a little bit desaturated. If you were going to use this, I would have probably, or multiply, I probably would have started with like a blue. That way that the white has a little bit more life into it. And then another thing that I do if I use multiply is I will manually change parts of the multiply layer depending on what's underneath it. So I might select the skin and then change the multiply layer over the skin to fit a little bit more of a skin tone. So I might give it more like, I'll try and roughly select this here. I might try and give it. Oh, I don't have that selected. Okay, I might try and give it a little more like saturation, maybe hue shift it a little bit more. Alex, I can't really apply that to the whole image right now because it's you know, but like for the white here, I might have tried to do a little bit more like more saturation and then try and go into like the blues. That looks kind of bad because I can't do the whole shadow with it right now, but yeah. Long story short, I would just try and I think spend a little bit more time. You don't necessarily have to manually pick colors, but if you do use multiply, you can go in and actually like change different parts of it to add a little bit more life and stuff into it. And then this one is cool. I don't know, I think that I don't have much to say about that one. That's probably about it, right? I don't know how much time I'm supposed to be spending on these critiques.
You're fine.
So.
Yeah, I think that was good.
Okay. Yeah. There's that, and then Scrub Lord had one.
Biking. Also, Gaming Geek said critiques question mark. Yeah, because people donated. These are new donation rewards. It's not a critique stream. It's just because the donos. Shouty said, "No, it's still really useful. No worries. Thank you so much." And Scrub
You're
said
welcome.
he DM'd it to you. Okay.
Yeah, the Scrub. This image is so large. What the fuck? Actually, maybe my canvas is just small. Hold on. I drew a Biken on stream one time.
You did.
I really hated that drawing.
Did you?
I did. Yeah. Okay, so this is the Biken art. The one thing that I want to figure out how to do something different with is this branch back here. Because I think that it reads, it interacts strangely with like this area, the shoulder area, and I think that it's because you can see there's this concave shape of the branch, and it kind of like this shape on the arm for the skull, and so it kind of creates this weird little circle. And then outside of that, this coat is really dark, and it kind of blends in with the darkness of the tree. So you end up with like two shapes here, which is like this is all like one shape, and then the skull and this kind of become another shape. So you end up with these like two shapes here, and it's very distracting to me immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and really quickly edit this out. Because you sent me the background by itself, but not the character. So give me a second here.
Thank you
Bryce,
for the
entertain
bits.
the people while I
I
paint.
was trying to, and you cut me off. Thank you for the bits, Emmanuel.
And we're live.
And we're live.
Everyone donating bits today. I really appreciate it.
Everyone giving out the bits. Gaming Geek said tangents.
Yeah, it is tangents. It's always tangents. As you may remember from the critique stream, it's always tangents.
Fucking tangents.
Ooh. Okay. So we got it without that now.
You forgot the piece up by her head.
Oh shit. Okay. Fair point, Bryce. All right. So now I'm going to try and create a design I find a little bit more appealing for the tree. Not that your design's not appealing. But when I do a background element like that, I try and think of how it interacts with the image. And one thing that you always want to do is draw attention to the eyes and back to the character, which actually here, I need to reference the original image. Let me pull up the whole thing again. This is getting complicated. I have 3 images pulled up right now. All right. Okay. So you have the right idea here where the branch is coming back around and it sort of is intersecting the eye line of the character, which is good. I try and do that a lot as well, where like it creates this thing where it sort of frames the face. Now, one thing that I think doesn't work is this branch is kind of going just like down. I don't know. It looks like it's sagging or limp a little bit. You got a limp noodle branch over here. But I like how it frames the face. But what I might try and do instead with that is like, I might add another branch that goes like this and just continues on. Little thing there. I think that kind of fixes it. Now the big part of it is I'm trying to fix this here. Think of a way to do that. Maybe if you just paint it all in here like this. Yeah, I kind of think that works a little bit better actually. And then maybe the same thing where like you add some branches up here. It's all about balance, and trying to like balance negative space and the actual artwork itself. If you look also at the shape of this branch, right now it kind of has like this shape, which is really bulky and kind of weird. Which is partly because I painted part of it in. So to counteract that, I might try and do something like this. No, that creates a reaching the limit of my the limitations of my art abilities. Maybe we get rid of the tree. Maybe no tree. Well, I think a lot of it could probably be solved also with the silhouette of the character, specifically the hair. There's kind of this long, smooth line here that I don't think works very well as the silhouette. So maybe what you could have done would be like add a little spike out here, or a spare strand right there. And also maybe even like on this side as well, get the hair that goes. Yeah, actually you could have done that. I think that's the answer to the silhouette problem, is have the hair kind of come down and be interacting like this with everything. Yeah, I like that. And then you can do whatever you want with the tree. So like this with the tree.
Someone said, what if you rotated to the left and lifted the tree?
Rotate what to the left?
It just says rotated to the left.
Yeah, I was asking them rotate what to the left.
Well, I was telling you what they said.
Yeah, well, I was asking them. I wasn't talking to you, Bryce.
Wowzers. The tree.
Yeah, okay.
They meant the tree.
Yeah, you could rotate it to the left. I don't have the base image, so that's a little difficult to do. But I think this also works kind of well. I forgot to save the original fucking image again, so I could switch back and forth. But it's a quick fix here. All right. So yeah, there's the original, and here's mine. Kind of fixed. Like I said, it's all about finding that balance with the background element and the character, and trying to not create too many tangents, and enough overlap and contrast that it brings out the life of the character a little bit. And I think I did a decent job at that. This is also something we talked about thumbnails a lot last week. This is also something you can figure out pretty well in thumbnails. So I recommend, I don't know if you thumbnailed this out, but I recommend maybe spending a little more time in thumbnails thinking about the background element, especially if it's an actual object like this. Let me find my bike in piece, because I did something kind of similar with the background, but I gotta go back to last year to find it.
L4U said, hello, my boys. Hello.
Hello, my boy. Yeah, so here's my bike in. It's this is a bad drawing, so don't, like, I'm aware of that. But I kind of I have the two branches in the background here that kind of, you know, kind of like it's almost like a parallel tangent with the character, so it's not great. Like I said, I don't really like the drawing. But just so you see, I kind of tried to do something similar where I frame it. I also, if you ever see me on a piece add these little borders or anything like that, just assume that I really don't like the piece, because I'm trying to make it look a little better than it actually is. But yeah, no, it's a really good piece. I hope that was maybe a little bit helpful. I struggled a little bit with that explanation, but
Scrubwood said he did take inspiration from yours.
Well, there you go. You know, I have been told that I'm an inspiration.
That is true. You got told that in person.
I did. Before I was like fake Twitter famous.
Yeah, you had a woman come up to you at a convention and call you an inspiration.
That's true. In hindsight, it was almost certainly flirting, but I did not at the time. I did not at the time pick up on that. Yeah. Okay. Have I missed anything else?
No, you're good. You're
Okay,
good.
cool.
You're back to being able to draw again. Unless.
Unless.
Unless. So what inspired this outfit, Scott?
Uh, I don't remember where. It might have been like a scene in a movie or something, but I seen somebody in underwear and shoes. And for some reason, I thought that was just like a real look. So I wanted to, I figured that would make a good post sheet. So I'm doing this. That and I couldn't really think of a good outfit for
Oh, you need to have another talk
anything.
with me one night.
Yeah, you gotta teach me how to draw outfits again.
I'll hit you with a revelation.
Here's a question I've been meaning to ask you real quick. How do you think society
What the fuck? Huh?
would be different if like when you sneeze, right?
Uh-huh.
What if instead of a sneeze,
Oh fuck, here we go.
like with air and spit and snot and whatever, what if instead of that, it's like the gun of a howitzer tank going off, and it just like obliterates whatever you're aiming at? How do you think like life would be pretty different, right, with just that one change?
What? I think life would be significantly different, especially considering the worldwide situation right now that's making more people sick. I feel like you would know someone's sick next door when their fucking house explodes. Based on.
Yeah, but think about it. People sneeze even when they're not sick. So like it would change the way like you couldn't even have a house at that point, right?
Beldraws said, I
Like
just
a
got
nice
back.
house?
What's going on? You should probably go back to where you came from, Beldraws. I'm just leveling with you. What?
It would like what I'm saying is like you couldn't have a house, right? Because everybody's gonna sneeze at some point. You're gonna just fucking destroy your house.
We'd have to be a nomadic society at this point.
Yeah.
Imagine if like imagine it too. Imagine like you're living your entire life. You're having a great life. You've never sneezed. You followed the rules perfectly, and then one day you're sitting with your family and you sneeze and you blow them up by accident, and then you're kicked out of your community. You're forced to leave. You're an outcast all because you sneezed once by accident. Then that guy, he goes on to be like a serial sneezer.
Well, it's a weird like I wonder if it's possible to train yourself to never sneeze.
Somebody said
Because,
no one would
like-
use pepper on meals. Could you imagine if a dude just walked around with a pepper grinder as a threat?
Well, he'd be in the line of fire. That's the thing.
No, like for himself. Like he'll make himself. He'll fucking.
Oh,
it's
I
like
see.
it's like ammunition. It's like how he gets it going.
Yeah, that's my gunpowder's the pepper. No, but like, have you ever seen an athlete like in sports, like a baseball
You
player
have
or a
brought this
fighter
up
or
to me
anything?
too. You have brought
Like-
this up to me.
Have you ever seen them sneeze in the middle of what they're doing?
Yeah.
What do you dream of at night? Because what you come with, I dream of a lot of stuff, and I tell Bryce my dreams sometimes.
Yeah. I normally have pretty normal dreams, except for when I had COVID. I had some of the wildest dreams I've ever had. Like I had one dream where I sat here and I told Scott about it for like 30 minutes. The fucking fever dreams were wild.
I had a dream about Jay-Z one time.
Scott has had multiple dreams in his life where he thought he was somebody else and like lived like an entire
true.
life. He had one dream that was so vivid for him where he thought he was someone else, and he woke up and continued acting like that person for like dead ass.
I did. I thought I was former Cincinnati Reds third baseman Jack Hanrahan, and I actually got most of the way to
Couldn't
school.
believe
I was
you
in high
actually said
school,
it.
early high school at that point, and I got most of the way there until I was like, oh shit, I'm not Jack Hanrahan. I'm not former third baseman for the Reds Jack Hanrahan.
Veldraws, I saw your question about MF Doom. I did listen to Food. I listened to it.
And he fucking hated it. It
I
was
didn't
weird.
hate it. You keep saying this. I said it wasn't for me, but I appreciated it. I thought the rapping was good. I thought the beats were good. I really liked the style. I liked the whole, like, all the cartoon samples and villain samples. Like, I really liked the vibe. But I wasn't the biggest fan of it sonically. But I can see why so many people are. I thought it was really good. It just wasn't for me. I hate you so much. But yes, Veldraws, I listened to it. I gave it 3 stars out of 5.
What was that one song that had the really bad beat?
Oh my god. The second song on the album, I'm not even trying to be rude. It has one of the worst beats I've ever heard. It's like Bro, I fucking what did it sound like? I compared it to something. It's like
I
is
don't know.
fuck, bro. It's so annoying. I almost turned the album off after the second song. I'll be 100% honest. I forget what
The
it's called.
snare is like a fart.
It's so
It's really bad.
God. I think it's the second song. It has this weird like noise in the background. It's just it makes me really uncomfortable. I don't remember what the fuck is wrong with it. Somebody said Game of Panda said it's not to jinx it, but what happens if Bryson Scott's mom logged into the stream? The way you worded that makes it sound like we have the same mother.
I say, are you under the impression that we are siblings?
I don't think one of us would have beef rap. No, I don't think it's beef rap. Because that's the one that
I'll check what it is.
that opens with all the samples. So I don't think it's that one. It's really early. It's like third or fourth song. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't check, Scott, so you have to check.
checking. It's Hoe Cakes.
Oh yeah. What is it?
Which is
sound like?
actually the song with the second most streams on the album.
I just hate the beat. It's so actively annoying.
Well, because the beat is a beatbox.
That's what it is. Yeah, it was beep, and I hated it. I just wasn't a fan of it. It wasn't for me. Because like I don't know. It just sounds gross to me.
There was some beat that I found a few days ago, and I sent it to Bryce. I'm like, damn, the drums in this are really crazy. And he was like, yeah, until you realize the kick sounds like somebody blowing a raspberry, and it ruined the beat for me. Like, I never listened to that song again after that.
I'm sorry, Veldraws. Somebody said, I know y'all aren't. Bye, Scrublord.
Bye, Scrublord.
Panda said, I know y'all aren't siblings. I remember the Lucy and Numpos. Yeah, I know. I was just like, goofing. I don't think my parents would give much of a shit. My parents don't really care. They know like what we do for Patreon, and they know. My parents are just happy that I'm making a living off of writing, so they don't really care what I do. They talk pretty proudly of it. So, my parents are probably all about it. What about you, Scott?
Yeah, my mom, I think, wants me to draw a little more clothes, especially, this drawing is just Lucia in her underwear.
And your mom hadn't even seen your Twitter. If she went to your Twitter,
no, she's just seen the Instagram, which is. But can I just say I fucking hate Instagram?
yeah, you've been on this rant before.
I don't like Instagram.
Everyone
at all.
knows you're not an Instagram boy.
They shadow banned me, and I'm really mad about it. They sensitive media to me before sensitive media was a thing.
Damn. Ooh. But yeah, I don't think my parents would care too much. I sent my parents the clip from stream about Hector fisting our asshole. I sent them that the other day. They didn't respond to it, but I sent it to them. But I feel like my parents don't really care. The only thing that happens is sometimes my dad will be like, "Well, Bryce, why would you do that?" Because I don't fucking care, bro. I have no shame. If you haven't noticed that by this point, I don't really have that much shame.
It's true. I've had to ask Bryce to have more shame on
that
stream.
is true. There have been multiple times Scott's been like, "Listen, Bryce, I know you don't have shame, but you gotta. There is some. I have shame." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Your parents though, bro. I don't give a fuck. My parents have been with me my whole fucking life. But
Yeah, I try and shield my mother.
Yeah, nah. The only thing that happens sometimes my dad will be like, sometimes there have been once or twice where I've been sitting in a car with my dad, and he'll be like, it's actually I can remember very vividly when I was like 17 years old. I was driving in a car with my dad, and for some reason he was just
driving.
He was driving, and for some reason he was talking about porn, and I remember very vividly that my dad was like, I get jerking off to like real girls, but what's up with that 2D shit? Like, why do people like hentai? And it's so funny considering what we do now. Like thinking back to that, just because like my dad was he wasn't like grossed out or like annoyed or anything. He was like he like could not grasp it. He was like, and for some reason he was asking me like I don't know if it was like a judgment thing. Like I was being judged. Like he was like, can you explain this to me? And I'm like, Dad, why me? You turned into his worst fear apparently. But yeah, that was a funny conversation that I remember. I haven't said too many bad things on stream though. Mostly about myself. I've told mostly bad stories about myself.
That's true.
And
Early on, it was a lot more jointly embarrassing stories, and then we
do have a lot of
worked out that
jointly embarrassing stories. I'm trying to think if I have a funny embarrassing story to tell about myself right now. Do I have a funny embarrassing story to tell about myself right now, Scott?
loads.
Name one.
Well, we already did you failing your driver's test 3 times.
that is pretty funny.
That was this stream that we did that.
I'm trying to think if I had anything funny. Fuck. I have this thing. Most of my funny stories come from. I'm really awkward in person at times. I'm actually like not that. I used to be really shy, but I'm actually not too shy now. I'm just fucking stupid sometimes. So like I was looking at an apartment a while back, and this girl was like, "Yo, so like, what floor would you want it on?" And for some reason, my dumb ass was like, "Oh, she means what floor plan would I want?" So I sat there for like 3 minutes talking about what floor plan I would want, and she's like, "No, I mean like first floor, second floor, or third floor."
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have a lot of moments like that in my life where I just like my brain like just misunderstands or it just fires off the wrong fucking cue, and I like don't realize it. I don't realize it until I'm like home and I'm sitting there. I'm like, wait, oh fuck. That's where most of my bad moments come from, is stuff like that, because I am like strangely socially unaware at times. Like, not butt pics. Oh, okay, I'll tell that story. That's for someone who knows that story. So one time I'll just say that's my fiance in chat. So one time my fiance at the time, then girlfriend, was going through a rough time, and I already know I'm gonna get grilled for this. And I was doing what I do, and I was being good and supportive and really kind and really nice. I was actually talking to Scott when this was happening, so it does make it slightly awkward. But I was like being really supportive and really kind, and for some reason in the middle of it, like we were done, and she was like, "Thank you, you cheered me up, you made me so happy." And I was like, "Girl, I fucking got you." And then I got like really in a mood out of nowhere, and I was like, "Yeah, that's cool though. I'm glad you're feeling really good, but could you like send me pictures of your butt later? Like that'd be really cool if you could do that." And she got really mad at me. Like really mad at me. In hindsight, not my brightest moment, not my smartest moment, but it makes for a funny story for one thing. I was pretty down bad. Sometimes I'm, we've heard about down bad Bryce at this point, right? We've talked about it. We know. I get wild. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was talking to Scott when this happened too. Like I was chatting with him. So like he heard my entire reaction to it.
Good times.
Yeah, good times. Yeah, and the exact wording of the message, I don't think it was exactly "Can you send me butt pics?" But it was some variant of that. Yeah. Yeah, that was like not even a full year into our relationship either. I lucked out. Fellas, I lucked the fuck out.
It's true. He did everything wrong.
I really did. I did about every single thing you can do wrong, and somehow it all worked out for me. Also, thank you for the bits. Gamer Panda said, "I don't know if you guys have been asked this, but what cup size do you imagine Lucia when you draw her?" Triple Z.
I have been asked this, and I think I give a different answer every time, but I think usually I settle on double Ds.
Yeah, that's what you said on stream at least.
Yeah.
Motivational story. Yeah, so point of the story, the moral of the story, as Watsky would say, is don't yeah, Watsky, if you're watching, I know you follow Scott. Come on stream.
I was gonna say, my fucking boy Watsky follows me on Twitter.
Yeah, Watsky, come on stream. You can freestyle on stream. Maybe we get wax on stream. Scott finally donates that 10K to charity. Yeah, so the moral of the story is don't just don't ask for nudes. But think about when you do it. Put some thought into it.
Important.
Timing is important. Brain power is also important. Just don't be an idiot. That's my problem. Witty didn't say so there's still a chance for us idiots. Yes, you just have to be lucky. That's my advice. Nah, it's fine. I want to hear more stories, but I'm playing Phasmophobia. Have fun with that. Have fun with Phasmophobia. But
I love Phasmophobia. That's a
you've
good
never
game.
played it. Shut up.
Yeah, you're
Barter
right.
for nudes. What can you offer for them? Well, I
Emotional support.
I was gonna say emotional support. Don't be an idiot. You know how hard it is to do that. Yeah, I know. Trust me, it's me. Have you heard the
I was gonna
stories
say,
I've
Bryce
told on
definitely
stream?
knows.
Dude, the guy said congratulations to me when I passed my test. I almost said congratulations back. Like I legitimately started to open my mouth.
You witnessed history today, my guy. You watching me pass my the fourth test.
There have been 1 or 2 times where I've had moments like that where somebody said something like that. I oh my god, I've had times somebody's been like thank you, and I've been like thank you, and then I've walked away and I've been like fuck, why did I do that? Why did I thank them?
Did you ever call your teacher mom in elementary school?
No, did you?
Yes, one time. This is a common thing.
I
I
mean-
guarantee you there's at least another person in chat. that
Maybe I
has
did
done
it when
that.
I was like in elementary school and like just don't remember it or some shit. But I don't consciously remember that. Ryujin said that they did.
Yeah, that is not an uncommon thing from what I understand. I've met many people that have done that.
Huh. Did I ever tell you the time I pissed myself in school? Ever told you this story?
I don't know if you have.
I actually don't know if I've ever told anyone this story except my fiance. It happened in 3rd grade, so I don't care anymore. One time, you know, I'm really pee shy. We've talked about this. This story's so fucking stupid. In like 3rd grade, I went to like in my elementary school, what they would do is they would do like instead of it being like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, it would be like the entire class would like. It was like in between classes, they'd be like, okay, bathroom break, everybody. And they'd take everyone go one by one to the bathroom. Or at least that's how it was that's how I remember it for at least this 1 year, because I have this very vivid memory. I remember there was a line of kids outside the bathroom, and it was like, okay, boys go to the bathroom, girls go to the bathroom. And the guys went in. I went in last because I was like, I know I'm going to have a hard time peeing, but I have to pee so bad. And I was standing there, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pee in public. Little 3rd grade me was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pee. Thank you for the bits. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And I fucking did it. And I was so proud of myself. I forgot to pull my dick out of my pants. And so I just dead ass fucking pissed my pants. Yeah. 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 And it was like the last class of the day, or like near the end of the day. I didn't like fully piss. Let me clarify. I mean, I didn't drench myself. I noticed. Like I started to pee and I was so proud, and then I looked down and I was like, ah! And I literally actually like, did that out loud. Like I like freaked out and like so I'm surprised nobody fucking thought anything. And so I stopped and I looked down at it and I was like, I have 2 choices. I walk outside and I admit this to the teacher, or I pull my shirt down as far as I can and try and hide this for the rest of the day. And that's what little champion Bryce did. And then I went home and changed. So I had piss pants for like the last hour of my day. That's what 9-year-old me thought was the smart thing to do.
Bro, you know you smelled like piss.
Oh, bro, I know I did. But at 9 years old, I didn't care. I just didn't want to be piss pants. I also used to have this problem where I would rip my pants every day at school in the crotch. For literally like 2 months. I would somehow rip the crotch of my pants.
My pants.
I don't know how it happened. I remember one time, the first time it happened, I realized that I was sitting at lunch and I looked down and I realized like I ripped the crotch of my pants. And for some reason, again, this talks about my social unawareness. I looked at the girl next to me and I was like, hey, look, I have a hole in the crotch of my pants. And she was like, what the fuck are you showing me that for yet? And that was a bad decision by me. But I was like, that does not, I'm fucking stupid, I don't think. And then I had to go and I had to get changed. Thank you for the host, Razorblade. And then
Thank you, Razorblade.
And that happened to me literally, like I shit you not. There would be like one day where I would like look down, I would realize I had a hole in my pants, and it'd be in the crotch every time, and I wouldn't know where it came from. It was a rough time for me. My mom was getting really annoyed about having to keep buying me like jeans.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't believe I never told you the pissing story, the pissing myself story.
You might have, but I didn't
That's
remember
not the.
it.
I did also like a year later. Maybe it was a year early. I don't remember. I did piss myself laughing, in school one time, but that was literally 5 minutes before I walked outside, so I was able to walk outside and change. The only 2 times I pissed myself in my
You mean you pissed yourself laughing?
like I literally laughed so hard I pissed myself.
Have you done this since?
No, it's only the one time. It's never happened since.
Huh.
Hi, Peter Pancakes. Yeah, I did it the one time. It never happened since.
What was so fucking funny?
I don't remember, honestly. I just remember it was me and 2 kids were hanging out.
Did they piss themselves?
No, I don't think they noticed. I used to have this thing where I would just pull my shirt down whenever I got embarrassed at my holes in my pants or my piss pants.
You would think that you would remember what it was if it was so fucking
I really
funny
don't.
that you
I
pissed
just
yourself.
I remember the people I was with. I don't remember what it was. And yeah, those are my 2 piss stories. I don't think I have any more piss stories. So there you go, everyone. This is the time I pissed myself in elementary school twice. Yeah, I can't believe I if I would have told you the not pulling my dick out story, you would have remembered it. That's a pretty funny story. These are Twitch friendly stories.
I don't think I've ever pissed myself. I mean, since I was like old enough to not be supposed to piss myself.
Let me clarify, I haven't pissed myself since these times in elementary school. Like it's not like this still happens today.
I don't know. I'm skeptical now.
No. Because here's the thing, I don't like pissing in public. I do have a hard time pissing in public. I used to be so scared of it that I wouldn't, like, when I was like a little kid, that I would act like I would have fucking moments where I didn't pull my dick out. But like now that as an adult, I can piss if I really have to. I get anxious pissing in public. What the fuck? Or what did I just walk into? Hey, it's life.
It's the piss stream.
We're only an hour in. We got 2 more hours to go.
2 more hours of piss. Let's go, boys. Unless someone else donates, and then we'll just keep going.
Yeah, that was also back. I used to be afraid of wearing jeans, so I wore cargo shorts.
I forgot about this fucking afraid of wearing jeans.
When I was a little
Jesus
kid,
Christ.
I was afraid of wearing jeans. And so I wouldn't wear jeans.
Would you like to say why you were afraid of wearing jeans?
When I was a little kid, I got my dick caught in a zipper once, and I decided zippers were bad, and so I wouldn't wear jeans anymore after that because I got my dick caught in a zipper. I also used to be afraid when I was a little kid. I was afraid of getting haircuts, and so I wouldn't let people cut my hair.
Like, how long did that last?
The afraid of getting my haircut thing?
Yeah.
Because
I distinctly remember you having very long hair for a long time.
it wasn't that. No, like when I had it in middle school and stuff. No, it wasn't during that time period. That time period, I just didn't cut my hair. When I was it probably lasted until I was like going to elementary school a little bit before. I could have people cut my hair. I just couldn't go. I wouldn't like go to like a barber shop because I was really afraid of getting my ears nicked. Because I got my ears nicked once when I was at like when somebody was cutting my hair, and I guess it terrified me. And so I wouldn't let anyone do it except for my mom. I did have one time.
She shaved your widow's peak.
But that was unrelated. There was a while there where paying to get the haircut wasn't the easiest thing in the world, and so my mom would cut my hair for me. And one time she shaved my widow's peak off, and so I had to go to school without it. And I remember I made up this lie that it did happen at a barbershop because I didn't want to be like, oh, my mommy cut my hair because I couldn't afford to go to the barbershop. And so I made up the story, and no one believed it, obviously, but I stuck with it. But I remember there's one girl. I sat down. I knew my hair looked terrible because I had my fucking widow's peak cut off. So like it didn't look good. Like it just looked like a weird fucking spot on my forehead. And I remember I sat down. I was so embarrassed all day because it lasted for like weeks because I had to wait for it to go back. And I remember I was so embarrassed. And this one girl looked back and she went, "Good haircut." And you know what? That made my whole day. It was like the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me because I know that she knew how self-conscious. I didn't even know I'd never spoken to her like once. That was like one of the realest shit moments because she knew that it was a rough time for me, and she came through. So
That girl, Albert Einstein.
Yeah. I was starting to tell a story, but then I forgot. Oh, about the dick zipped up. Yeah. So I didn't used to wear jeans. I used to wear cargo pants, and that actually continued. I wore cargo pants or zipperless jeans, and I did that until I was like 14 years old, and then kids started making fun of me saying I wore pregnancy pants, and so I started zipping. I bought one out and bought real jeans. High school was a rough time for me. And then ever since then I've worn normal jeans. But all through my middle school and stuff like that, I wore zipperless jeans because I zipped.
I feel bad because Bryce is definitely the kind of person I would have been mean to in high school.
That is 100% true. Thank God you met me online.
True.
Yeah, but thankfully nobody fucked with me in school. The only time I ever had somebody actively make fun of me is I was walking into school once and there was a patch of ice and I fucking busted my ass. I mean, I slipped and busted my fucking ass. And this group of girls just laughed at me like dead ass the whole time I walked into school afterwards. That was pretty rough. But other than that, high school was pretty easy for me. I didn't piss myself, at least.
You also didn't go very much.
That is true. I didn't go to high school that much. Bulio Art says, hello, I love your art so much. Thank you. I know, I do a pretty good job.
And there it is.
This is Scott drawing, not me. I don't draw. Thank you, Bulio, for the compliment to Scott, though. I'll say thank you because he's not allowed to say thank you.
Also true.
Astral BC said, not sure this is a dumb question, but have you two met in person? Yeah, we just met in September. We met in DC for the first time after over 10 years of having known each other. It was horrible, and I never want to do it again.
Yeah, that's alright.
That's why we're meeting up in Vegas at some point this year.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask you about that. There's gonna in like the end of June, the start of July. There's a pay-per-view in Vegas.
Like a UFC show?
Mm-hmm. Pay-per-view. Not even a fight night, but a whole pay-per-view.
Well, when's that? We should book our trip for that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like I say, I think it's like the first weekend of July.
Okay, yeah, let's go in July then. Let's just tell
Well,
them
obviously
we're going
not
to
been
Vegas in
announced.
July.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be the first time our partners are going to meet in person. Our Amy's.
That's true. It was a no girls allowed trip to DC.
That is true. Yeah, it was. We shared a hotel room. We didn't share beds before anyone asks.
I made Bryce sleep on the couch.
That is true, but it was a nice futon.
Yeah, if it filled it up. I can't figure out these eyes, man. I'm glad we're streaming for 3 hours because I'm gonna be here for the rest of the stream.
Imagine Bryce and Scott sharing a bed. I'm good. I don't need to imagine that.
You did share it. Well, see, I've heard what happens when you share a bed with somebody.
That is true. I'll tell this story fine. I won't say who or what happened, but okay, listen. I'm a hugger when I sleep. I hug people. If someone sleeps in a bed with me, it's who I am. I'm used to sleeping with my partner, so I'm used to spooning somebody. I went to a convention and I stayed with some like comic friends of mine, and I shared a bed with somebody because we had to cram into a hotel room, and I fucking spooned him twice when I was sleeping.
Your sleep.
In my sleep. And I felt so bad about it. I apologized so many times. It was rough for me. And so now
nobody sleep in a bed with Bryce.
So
unless
now
you
I
want
won't
cuddles.
share beds with anybody if I have to stay anywhere, because I don't want to risk that happening again. Because it was so awkward and I felt so bad about it. They were very nice about it. I will clarify. They just kept sending me spoon emojis. So they were very kind about it.
Maybe it wasn't the eyes after all. Maybe it's the hair.
Is there any other funny stories you can think of off top?
Not a single one.
None.
We've tapped out the humor well.
Do they ever
This
bring
is
it
now
up
a
nowadays?
legit art stream.
Do they ever bring it up nowadays? No, not really. Like I said, they were really cool about it. They were very. I was the one that was more like I kept apologizing, probably more than I needed to. I'm definitely one of those kind of people. Yeah, my friend said I move a lot in my sleep. That is true. I'm also a kicker in my sleep. I kick people in my sleep. I basically heard that I'm the worst person in the world to sleep with. Sleep in the bed with.
It goes both ways.
Because I kick and I move around a lot, and I also talk in my sleep sometimes.
Scouting report, not good. I fucking hate the space. Oh, remember that video that's like Jay-Z's verse from Monster, but it's he just keeps
Just
rapping
monsters?
monsters.
Yeah.
He's just like the monster from Cloverfield.
Everyone, if you've not watched the video of Jay-Z fucking rapping his verse from Monster, but it's only him referencing monsters, you should go watch it. It's a very classic video. I literally scream when I'm asleep due to weird respiratory things in my body. Well, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, you might want to go get that looked at, my dude.
I assume they have. They're saying weird respiratory thing.
I don't know. Maybe it's just an educated guess. WebMD that shit.
Well, Scott, let's talk about some of your embarrassing stories. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to get yelled at after stream.
I can't feel the tip of my finger.
Yeah, we've told that story. That's not funny anymore. Scott, go get more content.
Sorry, I'll go lose feeling in another appendage.
Good. Bro, my hands hurt. Actually, my index fingers hurt so bad over the weekend.
That's because you type with them.
I know, bro. I was in so much pain. Like, I finished work on Friday, and my hands hurt so fucking bad for like 2 days. Everyone wished me well in the Discord. I very much appreciate it. I was not expecting it. But yeah,
I was not one of those people.
Yeah, I know you weren't. Yeah, my fingies hurt.
So you really didn't like Ocean Waves.
I did not like Ocean Waves. Are you gonna bring this up on stream?
I just did.
Okay. Yeah,
Because I can't believe that you didn't like Ocean Waves.
I recently watched the Ghibli movie Ocean Waves, and I was not a fan of it. Scott, if you need exercises and care stuff, I can send you DM. Shadi, I really hope you didn't mean me and you didn't say Scott. I'll be really offended. Echo said unbelievable.
After all this time.
I thought Ocean Waves was fine. Scott likes to pretend I thought it was worse than it was. I
could pull up the message. He sent me a message and said I couldn't wait for it to end.
You know what? I'll read every message I sent you. I have no shame. I'll stick behind my claims. Here, let me go back to my message. First of all, why do you have that message on tap?
I mean, I could go get it.
Here,
I don't have it right here.
Let me scroll up. I'll read my thoughts because they're my genuine thoughts on the movie, and I'll stick by them. I'm not saying I could see. For one, let me preface this by saying I could see how other people would like the movie. I could see that. I just personally could not connect with it and did not connect with it at all. Okay. I said, didn't like it much at all. I found most of the characters to be insufferable, and I really thought it was sloppy under the pretense of being slice of life. Like, I get the whole gimmick of it showing the fragility of high school relationships and how as they grow, they realize all the petty drama doesn't matter, but I found it very utterly draining to watch. The main girl was just awful, obnoxious, and annoying. I was begging for the movie to end, and if it wasn't for the visuals or music, I'd probably say worse things about it. And then Scott said, I enjoyed it for what it's worth. I think I gave it a 2, or I gave it a 3. And I said, maybe I'll give it a 2 just because it's short enough to where I did have to sit through that bitch boy getting slapped over and over for too long. I don't know. To me, it's one of the things where just because it's a realistic take on life doesn't mean it's enjoyable to watch. Teenagers are annoying, and man, those characters were annoying. Wow, you stayed with her in Tokyo, and now I'm failing, despite the fact that I only had one scene interacting with her. It was just so much bitching and moaning. Everyone in the movie is such a crybaby. That's my thought on Ocean Waves. So... there you go, everyone. It's fine. It's a fine movie. I really liked the music. I really liked the visuals. I just wasn't a fan of the film itself. I found the characters to be very
begging for it to end.
That is true. In like the last 20 minutes, I was like literally, I was so done with that. I just wanted it to be over. Only time I've ever felt that about a Ghibli movie, that I've seen. Yeah, but it was fine. I got like 2 stars.
Fine. He says, I had this argument with my girlfriend. You know, we rate stuff out of 5 because we're, you know, long story, but she was insistent that like an average movie would be like 3 out of 5. I'm like, what? That's a good movie. 3 out of 5. That's 6 out of 10.
Yeah, you and I, see, we also rate it on... So we get our rating scale. The reason we stick for the 5... This is why I asked why, that's why I'm clarifying. The reason we do the 5-star thing, us specifically, is because we are... At the time, we're really big into wrestling. And Dave Meltzer, the guy, like the biggest wrestling, I guess you'd call him reporter, in the business... He rates all of his matches, and his rating is considered very prestigious. So if he rates, his highest rating is 5 stars. So basically, if he rates a movie 5 stars, typically rates a match 5 stars. Typically, it means it's like one of the greatest matches of all time. At the time, 5-star matches were very few and far between. He gives them out a lot more now, but he used to not give them out very often. Like 5-star literally meant like it was change your life good. Everyone needs to watch this instant classic, kind of movie, kind of match. And so we rate things under that too. And the way he does it is that he doesn't rate 3 stars as like an average. 3 stars to him is a good match. It's a serviceable match. And so we rate our movies sort of under the same pretense, which I think is where that discrepancy probably comes from, Scott. Although I agree with you.
Doki says, "Don't look up."
Yeah, I wanted to see that. That's the DiCaprio movie.
Yeah, I've not seen it either. I've heard bad things about it, but I also just couldn't imagine DiCaprio being in like a really bad movie.
I've heard it's really good and really bad. Somebody said Meltzer made a face. Yeah, I'm not talking. I don't like Meltzer as a person or anything. I'm literally just talking about his ratings. I find most of his opinions about wrestling, just as a whole outside of the star ratings, to be pretty butt. But when I was actively into wrestling, his star ratings used to hold a lot of credence. I don't think they hold as much now as they used to. Is that true? I feel like that's true to say.
Well, the scale kind of got broken when he started doing like 6-star matches and shit. So I don't know. I've not kept up with wrestling in general for a long time. But I think people still care about them. I see the threads on Reddit sometimes.
Although I will say the first match he ever gave 6 stars, which is Kenny Omega versus Okada. That match does deserve to be 6 stars. That's still my favorite wrestling match of all time. Everyone go watch Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. I'll watch all 4 of their matches, actually. All 4 of them are good.
He's not joking.
There really are 4 of them, and they're all really good. They're so good. The first one, Meltzer, he broke his 5-star. He had never, in like 30 years of reporting wrestling, had never broken his 5-star rating scale. And he broke it for Kenny Omega Okada. And then their second match was even better, and so he had to rate it 6.5 stars. Right? 6.5, I think it was? Or 6.25, something like that. Either way, their first match is really incredible. Their second match is honestly even better, in my opinion. So now I'll stop with the wrestling talk, but Kenny does do that fucking top rope dragon suplex where he drops Okada right on his neck. That's a pretty gnarly spot.
True, it's not a match for the squeamish.
Yeah. Kenny does kind of stiff Okada. He does straight up. At one point, he puts a table on Okada and he fucking like dive bomb stomps him, and it's gnarly. He also drop kicks him in the back of the head by accident, like clean flush drop kicks him in the back of the head. Have you watched any good movies lately?
I watched Scream.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to go to the movie theater more recently. And so as a result of that, I've been seeing a lot of movies that I typically wouldn't watch, just because there are only so many things playing at a theater. And one of the things that I seen the new Matrix movie a while back, and it was pretty bad. But Scream was like the only movie that was playing that was remotely interesting to me. And as of like Saturday, I hadn't seen any of the Scream movies ever at all. And so I decided that I wanted to watch, and I watched the first one, and then I went and I watched the new one. So like I seen 1 and 5. The first one is a really, really good movie. I don't know that I'd call it like a great movie, but it's really good. And the new one was kind of ass, because like they do this thing now, and like Star Wars did it, The Matrix did it. I'm sure some other shit's done it that I can't remember, but they do this thing now where like I think they call it a requel, where like they'll do a sequel for a really old franchise where they just redo the first movie. And I guess it's supposed to introduce new fans to the series, but I can't fucking stand it. I think that people that are fans of the series don't like it, and I don't think that it makes anybody who's not a series or a fan of the series a new fan. It's just a bad like if you have to slap an old name on a new movie, like just make a new movie of that. If you have to do something different, you know what I mean? Like it just drove me crazy watching this.
What'd you rate the new one?
I mean it wasn't bad. It was, as far as like that genre of movie goes, like requels, it was pretty good. It wasn't nearly as good as the first one just because I had seen the first one before. Obviously very recently. I watched it earlier that day, but like it was just the exact same thing, but with new worse characters. So I think I gave the old one, like the very first one, like 3.5 out of 5, and then I think I gave the new one like 1 3/4 or 2.
Everyone, if you've not seen the original Scream, you owe it yourself to watch it. It's legitimately pretty good, especially the ending. The ending is better than the rest of the movie.
Don't go into it expecting a normal horror movie though.
Yeah, I think that's part of some people's problem with it. They go in thinking it's just like a normal horror movie. I watched Ocean Waves, and then I watched Tick Tick Boom. Tick Tick Boom's really good. Anyone that likes musicals, and specifically likes the musical Rent, should watch Tick Tick Boom. It's pretty good. I'd recommend it.
Can't make the sub says where can I watch it? I'm assuming about Scream. I believe that the first one is on Peacock, but I just rented it on Amazon, I think.
Yeah, I rented it last time I watched it, I'm pretty sure.
Because I don't... Who the fuck has Peacock?
Who wants to watch something with commercials? Doesn't Peacock have commercials?
Yeah, you can get the ad-free version.
I did that one. Yeah, but then just rent the fucking movie.
Like, true.
What's the point? I went and I watched something on one of those free things, like fucking Tubi, I think it was. I forget what movie I watched on it. And it fucking, bro, it was like the most it was like an hour and a half long movie. It was like 2 fucking hours because of the commercials. Ugh. Also, Ghost Micro.
Bryce has never watched that movie on cable.
Not in a long fucking time. I haven't had cable in fucking a long time. I was like, I don't use cable. I don't fucking. Why would I do that? I'm not a boomer. Come on.
Damn. You kind of are though.
Jeez, am I? Me? Out of us two, I'm the boomer? Out of you
Kind
and
of.
me? Bro, no fucking shot. No shot. That's not true at all. That's not even
I'm the
close.
video game guy.
Scott, you literally bitch about people in like the get off my lawn tone to me.
Is that true?
Yes. 100%. 100%. You bitch about these young people all the time to me. You'll be like, these young people, they know things that I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. You do this all the time. No, you are a fucking boomer. Don't come at me like this. Don't call me a fucking boomer. My dad,
I like young people. They're our whole fan base.
My dad will get really mad at me if I call him a boomer. Because my dad's like 50. And so I'll call him a boomer. And he'll get so mad. My dad was born in 1966. And if you call him a boomer, like, the baby boomer generation was before me. Don't you call me a boomer. Don't you dare fucking say it. I'm not no fucking boomer. Don't you fucking say it to me. I had like one Christmas where I just kept calling him a boomer over and over. And he got so fucking mad at me. Like legitimately mad. That's the boomer part of our stream.
Okay, boomer.
Ghost Micro Mist said, why do you draw with anti-aliasing?
Here, let me give you a quick demonstration as to the magic of anti-aliasing, my friend. Say that I want to start coloring this image, okay? And I say like, oh man, I gotta fill in this hair. I gotta put in a color for this hair. Well, guess what? If it's anti-alias, I can just bam, 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 hair. Done. What about skin? Bam, skin. Bam, 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 bam. What about this bra? Bam, bam. Just a little bow tie? Bam, bam, bam. Well, you know. This is just for demonstration purposes.
But what happens, Scott, if you're not using anti-aliasing?
If you're not using anti-aliasing, let me grab my brush tool and go to my hard round ink brush. If you were to be a fool and not use anti-aliasing, you would like, I don't know, let's draw a little face here. And then we'll be like, that's a happy little face. That's a happy little face. So then you say, what if you say, okay, I'm going to put some skin in there. Actually, I'm going to use, I want to put some skin tone in there. Well, what is this? What are all these? What's all this nonsense? So then if you want to fix that, you'd have to go to your magic wand tool, and you'd have to go to edit, and then be like, no, it's not even there. You have to go to select, modify, expand, and expand it by like 2 pixels, and then fill it, and then you got it right. And you know, it's just not how, it's not efficient. You know what I'm saying? It's not as efficient. I like using anti-aliasing because when you zoom out to this size, you can't really tell. I mean, if you look for it, you could, but you can't really tell from this distance. And it just makes it a lot quicker to color.
And there you go. Just do that.
Gaming Geek says I paint, so I don't care about that. Well, that's your problem.
What,
Just
painting?
don't paint. Yeah. Who paints? Who are you, Leonardo da
In
Vinci?
Clip Studio Paint, the paint bucket automatically expands when filling, so the white halos don't even happen.
Do I look like I'm using Clip Studio Paint? I'm not.
Somebody asked, where do you access anti-aliasing? I hope you mean on Photoshop.
On Photoshop, it would be, if you're using a brush tool, it would be over here in brush settings somewhere. Probably like, okay, I don't know. I just use the pen tool or the pencil tool instead of the brush tool. And that does it automatically. I'm sure I could find it on an actual brush, but I just use the pen tool. Pencil tool, not pen.
People seem very surprised when you draw with the pencil tool. Or like,
Yeah, because it's not something that most people do, but it's just something that, I don't know, I like. It makes it faster for me.
What is your step-by-step process when drawing Lucia?
Well, the first thing that I do is I draw a head, and I draw. This is
But I
Lucia's.
thought you weren't supposed to start with the head.
You're not, but whatever. I draw like this is her head shape, and then I draw a little neck, little necky do, and then I draw a torso like that. Then I kind of swimsuitify it. And then I fix the torso where I messed it up. And then I kind of draw out like some legs, maybe some arms. Then I draw in the boobies. Then the collarbone. Then I actually draw in the legs, which is about like this-ish. And then I do the arms, which is about like this, the little hand. I don't know why I do the hand like that. Then I do like the hand. And then I got this going, and so then I flip it to see what's wrong with it, and I need to rotate it a little bit, and then actually that's okay. And then I do the hair, and then I do that thing, and then I draw a choker. That's a very important part of it. Then I do the clothes and the belly button, and if she's wearing shoes, I'll draw the shoes, but if she's barefoot, I draw some toes.
Your favorite.
And then that's it. That's a Lucia.
With black
And then
fingernail polish.
with black fingernail polish in a Lowe's parking lot. And then
I was not prepared for that.
inside joke. And then yeah, there's your little Lucia drawing. And then you would ink that.
Have
and
you
then
ever
would
drawn
color it.
Lucia in regular clothes? That might be your mom in chat.
It depends. What do you define as regular clothes? How do you draw crab? Oh, crab's easy. So you start with a crab shape. You draw this line in the middle. You draw these two eyes. You draw a big old claw, and then another big old claw. Then you draw like a forearm, then like an elbow. Then you connect it. And then you draw the 4 legs, and then 4 legs. And then you put little white spectacles in his eyes, and there you go. You got a crab.
Damn. White tee and shorts. I draw on the yellow tank top and shorts. Those are normal clothes.
Yeah, I would say I've drawn plenty of
The mastery
normal.
is breathtaking. Ghost Micro missed that.
I have heard that.
And then Kolky said cook the crab.
How dare you, Kolky?
That was the original plan, to be fair.
Does this count as normal clothes?
I would say it does. That's like a normal thing. It looks less normal when you think about the one of her like pulling the boob up. But
Well, you can do that in normal clothes.
when are you ever gonna draw her in her panty bear outfit, Scott, for a post sheet?
For a post sheet, I don't know. Somebody did fan art of her in that outfit
I
recently,
know.
and I was really happy.
How many people here have seen Lucia in her panty bear outfit, in their actual outfit from the comic? She does wear normal clothes in the comic before she transforms.
Yeah, she wears a school outfit.
She has 3 outfits in the panty bear. Her 3rd outfit's actually really fucking sick. It's my favorite. You should pull those up real quick, Scott, while we're on topic of them. I guess the 3rd
Okay.
one's kind of a spoiler, but
Here, we'll pull up her fight with Griswold.
yeah, that's Lucia's
Just,
panty bear outfit.
Yeah. There's nothing me flipping through these pages that would be bad, right?
As long as you don't go to the one page with the actual titty, where her titty's popped out.
Yeah, but that's covered in that.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. This
That's
is,
her fight with Griswold. God, we rewrote this fight so many fucking times, bro.
Sure did.
And at the beginning, I know she wears a normal, like, school uniform. Wasn't it a
You
thing?
ever have
in
to wear a uniform in school?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either.
Wasn't it a thing in Minecraft that you could use oxalotls as furnace fuel? Bro, I don't know, but that sounds crazy. Somebody said, where can I check out the comics? Here. I don't know why Nightbot didn't. Okay, there we go. It's the Panty Bear. It's on Webtoons.
Also has its own website.
It does have its own website. Yes, that is true.
Bryce always forgets to plug the website that he built.
I plugged the Panty Bear because I plug Webtoons because it's where most people go. So if you go to Webtoons, you can read the scrolling format. If you go to a website, you can read the actual comic pages, which is what they were originally drawn, and they were converted into the scrolling format. There, you happy?
Yes.
Oh, it's cool that you guys have a comic. Thank you. Not many people talk about the fact that Lucia came from a comic.
Yeah, the whole Twitter OC thing was an accident.
That is true.
Whoops.
Just a happy little accident. Can't make this up. Hold on. I think they were the person earlier who asked your step-by-step process for Lucia. They said, thanks for the info, but I meant the process of drawing from a rough sketch and then drawing over it.
I
would
if
say
I
you're seeing
understand
it right now.
correctly, that's what I'm doing right now, right? Yeah. I have my little rough sketch, which is what I showed you how to draw, and then I'm just I'm just going over this with actual line art, basically.
And then you'll just color it right afterwards.
Yeah, unless there's a specific question about it you have in mind. It's pretty much just what you're seeing. There's not really a secret to it.
Somebody said rough in quotation marks.
This is a lot rougher than my old pencils, to be fair.
That is true. Your old pencils used to be pretty, like literally you would just line straight over them, right?
Yeah, I used to do multiple layers of rough sketches. I forgot her sock over here. What the fuck, Scott?
It's a look.
Okay, crisis. Also, why is her ankle so small?
Shit.
Oh god, I'm critiquing myself. I did have the idea of like how I was critiquing people last week, of critiquing myself on stream. If anybody was interested in seeing me do that. I'll be mean to myself. I was
That's
nice to
ju-
you fuckers.
That stream, I feel like, would be really sad.
Probably.
Um, have you ever drawn yourself in your style?
I have in my sketchbook. Um,
Did you find to make yourself look good?
no, I just couldn't be done, man. Couldn't be done, brother.
It's amazing, brother. I want to make my own comic, but goddamn, is it tough to start? It's actually frightening staring at the blank sheet. That's true, but start it. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
I hate to put
The
it
best
that
way
way.
to learn how to do it is to do it.
Start it. Here's the thing. Here's the piece of advice I always give people. Staring at that blank screen and feeling worried is just time that you could be making, that you could be learning. Because here's the thing, and this is what no one wants to tell you. You're never going to make your masterpiece as your first thing. You're not going to sit down, create it, and make the next, I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, but you're not going to make like the next My Hero. Like, you're not going to immediately pop out the gate. You have to take a lot. It takes a lot. Everything in comics is a skill. So learning how to draw is a skill. Learning how to write is a skill. Learning how to tell stories is a skill. Learning how to actually panel comics and write scripts are a skill. They're all individual skills, and the only way you learn them is by doing them. You can practice how to draw and you can practice how to write all you want, but then you miss out on the actual comic paneling skills and on the actual making it into a book skills. So just sit down and just start doing it and just make the quote unquote bad stuff that you have to make to get to the point where you start like making shit that's like really good. Because here's the thing, it's the only way you learn. So that blank thing, just tell yourself that you're making to learn. Have you made a comic for the Panty Bear? Scott and I worked for 3 years every single day making comics before we ever wrote the Panty Bear. We literally wrote hundreds of comics before the Panty Bear. I would say that's true, right, Scott? I mean, like, and we've written, since the Panty Bear, we've written hundreds more comics that are never going to see the light of day. I mean, Scott and I are always working, plotting, writing things. It's one of those things of you know, the only way to learn is by doing. And so the time where you're like sitting there stressed out or worried or blah blah, it's just time you could just be learning, even if it's not something that is like the greatest or not something that's gonna pop off. It's learning, because I think people really underestimate the skill of learning to make something into a comic book, because the actual like paneling and actually putting together a comic book, you have to, from an artist perspective, you have to know so many things. You have to be able to draw so many things in shots, or different shots, different angles. You have to draw so many different backgrounds. You have to be able to draw characters efficiently. You have to get good at character design to design characters that you can draw repeatedly. From the writing perspective, there are a lot of things from the actual paneling perspective. Somebody gave a great thing. Don't compare your learning to people that have already made it. That's true. A lot of people will sit down to write or draw, and they'll be like, and I'm just going to use Scott, they'll be like, Scott has all these followers. He draws all these posts a day. He does all these things. I want to like draw just like him. Everything I draw isn't as good as him, blah, blah. Don't do that. Dude, I did that too when I was starting. I compared myself like Stephen King and shit when I was like starting to write. And it's like, those people, whoever you're watching or reading, they've been doing this for tens of years. They've drawn thousands of things, they've written thousands of things that have never seen the light of day. The only way anyone gets there is through just doing it, just hard work and just drilling it into your brain and just practicing. So it's like, it's never fair to compare yourself to someone good, like someone, not sorry, that's rude, like someone that's like been doing this and is like really good. I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like, it's never good to compare yourself to someone who's like really, like, you right now wouldn't compare yourself to like Kim Jong-gi. It's not fair, because he's been in the industry for a long time and he's been studying and practicing for literal decades. It's just unfair to do. And so what you like, it's better you just practicing. I think that like I say, it's just unfair to compare yourself to people that are more established than you, because the reason is just because they've been doing it for a long time. You can also learn from others' mistakes. That's the thing. It's great to learn from people, both their mistakes and their successes, and to take that information. It's not good to beat yourself up because of other people's successes or because other people are where they are. Because like I said, there are people that have been that are younger than me that are better writers than I am. And there are people that are younger than Scott that are better artists. There's always someone better. You will never hit a point where you are the best person in the world. It just doesn't exist, especially in like as subjective as art. So it's really fruitless, in my opinion, to strive to be the best. Or not the it's not it's good to want to be the best. It's fruitless to tear yourself down because you're not the best, because like I said, it's a very arbitrary thing. A good example is Ocean Waves. Scott was just talking about how much he loves Ocean Waves, and I was just talking about how much I fucking hate it. And it's like that person, those people put all that work and all that hard work into it, and I don't think it's good, but there are people that think it's really good. Art's very subjective. There are things that you can draw or write that will be very loved by a lot of people, and there are things you can draw or write that will be hated by a lot of people. And just, that's why it's just comparing yourself to other people. Just do you, and just practice. Just practice. If you want to make comics, you need to start drawing, writing every day. That's the only piece of advice I can give you. And start making comics. Just start making them, and don't think about quality. Don't think about nothing. You like Naruto? Start writing your own shonen. Start coming up with hundreds of characters. Start writing scripts. Start drawing pages. Start drawing fights. Just do it. Don't think about how you're going to release it. Don't think about any of that bullshit, because you're probably not going to. Especially if you're just getting into it. Just make what you want to make. Just learn. You only learn by doing it. You don't learn by just thinking about writing or just thinking about drawing all the time. You learn by sitting down and grinding out them hours. That's just my take on it. I'm sorry, it was kind of a long-winded thing.
Bryce has this mode that he goes into where he's like the knowledge guy from that YouTube video. He's all inspirational, and he keeps like talking get you fired up. I like when he does that.
Well, it's because especially the only thing I'm good at in life is writing, the only thing I'd like to think I'm good at is writing. So real quick, someone said, how old is Scott? How old are you?
84.
He's 23. I'm not gonna let him get away with the line. Fuzzy McSweater said, I'm 35 and getting serious into drawing after stopping for almost 10 years. No one should ever feel they aren't good enough compared to others. Put in the time, work, make what you love, not what others love. That's a great point. You're never too old to start. Sure, you may not have been drawing as much as some kid that's like 18, but the whole thing is it's never too late to start, and you can always regret things. So it's like, if you want to make comics, just do it. What the fuck are you doing? If you want to make comics, just do it, because if you don't, you'll regret it. If you want to, what the fuck are you gonna write about me not liking Ocean Waves? Maybe you should like good movies, Scott. We have a culture online where not making it for your 12 isn't worth it anymore. That's a good point. I do feel like a lot of people think that success not being immediate is a really bad thing. But like I said, success is it's both a skill, a luck, a timing. It's a lot of things. But Stephen King, one of the best-selling authors of all time, he didn't get his first book published till he was 26, and 26 is pretty young for a novel. Like, that would be considered, like, in the 70s, that was a good time to break in. He was like the young dude breaking in at 26. Like, that was a big deal. So it's like, it takes a long time to reach a level of mastery where you are both very comfortable with your work and to where you are achieving a level of success. And for Scott, like, people will say, like, oh, he's only 23. Scott's been drawing every day for 7 years at this point. It's not about age. It's about how long you've been doing it and how much you've been doing in that time. Scott, every single day since he was 16, 17, has been drawing multiple hours a day, typically from, like, 9 to 5. And since I was 18, I've been writing 2,000 words every single day. And so it's like, you just got to put in the work. There are very few. You can count them on like two hands, the amount of people in the world that were born, just absolutely born geniuses in whatever field you're in. It doesn't happen. Most people aren't just born with abundantly natural talent. Some people are born a little bit more, a little bit better, quote unquote, at art, but it doesn't mean they're better at art. They're just born with these certain traits that put them at a little bit of an advantage. Very minor. The only thing that makes a person better than another person, quote unquote better at another person in art, is their drive. It's just how much you put in. So just put in the work. Don't ever think, oh, I'm not as good as this person. Oh, I wish I was more talented. Talent is a thing that you build. You build your own talent. Nobody else builds your own talent. You just put the hours in, and your talent will grow. Because talent's not really a real thing. It's skill. It's all about skill, and it's all about growing your skill level. That's it. I'm done. I'll stop now.
I was just saying how deep I could get before you you stopped.
People want to be natural geniuses too much. That's true. I feel like that's part of the problem is People want to feel quote unquote really special and like a natural genius, and it's just there is no one ticket, there is no one answer that someone can tell you. It's just you gotta put in the work. You want to make comics, make comics. That's what I always tell people. I want everyone out there to make all the comics in the world and succeed.
Unless you become our rivals, in which case we'll take you the fuck down.
If I had a nickel for every time Bryce said put in the work, I'd have like $2. That is true, but it's true. The only thing you can do is put in the work. We're officially at 2 hours. Oh fuck! I was supposed to put Koki's name on stream. Oh fuck! I never did anything with it. I'm putting lotion on my hands right now. Damn it! I can't do it just yet. Fuck! Panic.
Here, wait! I got us.
Yeah. We'll just write it in. This hour is sponsored by Koki. You can make it a little bigger than that.
Hold on.
This is still better than when you tried to write brain earlier, to be fair.
Let's keep that there.
So you're saying one day I could be the master of drawing Lucia's tits if you put in the work? Go do it. You're the GOAT.
I've set a low bar. You can surpass me.
Only you can make yourself the GOAT.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shia LaBeouf.
Well, we probably shouldn't say that anymore. I thought, don't people hate Shia LaBeouf now? Didn't he have a bunch of stuff?
I don't know. The last thing I remember happening to Shia LaBeouf was the 4chan thing.
I think he had a bunch of scandals, didn't he? Like a bunch of grooming scandals.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I think so. Am I wrong? Chad, am I wrong about Shia LaBeouf?
You probably shouldn't say that unless you're sure.
No. I genuinely think he did. I'm not saying that. Like, I'm pretty sure he did have a bunch of stuff with that. Hold on. I'll confirm. If that's not true, then...
If that's not true, then you owe Shia LaBeouf an apology.
Yeah, sexual battery, assault, and emotional distress.
Well, that took a turn. I liked him better when he was the Just Do It guy.
My friend met Shia, cool guy. Rough timing.
My girlfriend met not Joe Morgan, Morgan Freeman.
Is that true?
Yeah, because she was working an event at a college, and he was like a speaker there. And all the staff got to go backstage and get their picture taken with him.
Well, what'd she say about him?
Said he was funny.
Damn.
There's my
There's your Morgan Freeman talk.
Yeah, there's my Morgan Freeman story, guys. My girlfriend thought he was funny the one time she met him.
Scott, if you had to pick the next game we play on stream, next time we do a game stream, what do you want to play?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? I'm not the game guy.
Well, you're not the game guy, so it has to be something you'll like. Because you won't
Stick fight.
Stick fight? Good place. Ingo's not here, though. We can't play stick fight without Ingo.
That's true. God, this piece is going slow. It's a good thing we are doing 3 hours.
Could
I'm still not finished
could
thinking
Mario
it.
Party work? Scott doesn't own a Switch.
That's true.
Because he's a fucking loser. Well, I guess there technically are other ways we could play Mario Party.
Whoa, how
But
dare
not-
you suggest?
But not the Switch version. I dare I suggest what? What do you think I'm suggesting? I'm saying we could play it on our 3DSs.
I don't have a 3DS.
I'll buy you one.
Okay, that'll be my birthday present this year.
I'm gonna just start buying you gaming shit just to piss you off. Like, you're gonna get a 3DS for your birthday.
Hey, Twitch chat, what are you guys gonna get me for my birthday this year? What are you guys gonna draw me?
Why buy him a 3DS
Lucia.
but not a Switch? Because I like to be impractical. It's expensive to get a 3DS now. Yeah, that's fair. I got mine right before they started getting expensive. I got one. I got the SNES one. Somebody asked when's your birthday.
The last day of March.
The 34th of March.
Yep.
There you go.
Only in a leap year, though.
Ghost Micro said you call this slow? Question mark.
This is pretty slow by my standards, inking wise.
That is true.
I mean,
normally by the end of a stream, you have something almost fully colored.
also because there's no there's no outfit. She's just in her underwear. Like it should be done by now.
To be fair, you have had to like stop and do critiques and. Somebody said face reveal when I've posted my face on the Discord.
It's true, and my face was on my Twitter once upon a time, but I deleted it.
That is true. Yeah, I'm not a little scared bitch boy about showing my face. Not that Scott is.
If you looked hard enough, you could find mine, but I'm not gonna share it willingly. I'll show you guys a picture of my dog, though.
Here we go. Who is it that had a dog with the same name as yours? Someone in our Discord had a dog named Thor, too.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember. Sorry, whoever, I forgot your name.
Somebody said price went up crazy all of a sudden. I just missed out on some Nintendo refurbs. Really wished I got them. Yeah, I want to get this. I own a 3DS. I do want to get a. I only own one 3DS. I own one 3DS. I own. Oh fuck! I see what you're doing. I own one 3DS. I own a fucking DSi. I own two DS Lites, and then I own one original DS.
But why?
Well, they were all the 3DS is the only one I actually own. The other ones were given to me. Like my dad gave me his old DS Lite. My dad randomly earlier, I was talking about Dragon Quest 8 for the 3DS because I want to buy it because Dragon Quest 8 is my favorite RPG. I guess behind Persona 4. And I was like, fuck, I want to get Dragon Quest 8 for the 3DS. I played it before on the 3DS, but I was like, I want to get it, but it's like $90, like for a physical version. And I like my physical stuff. And my dad had a copy and he just gave me it today. He was like, here you go. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty amazing moment in my life. But I only own one 3DS.
My dad gets me stuff
I do want to get the 2DS, the Slime 2DS, the Dragon Quest Metal Slime 2DS. But that's like $200. So I've been biding my time. Cause it's Japanese.
At this point, I want him to get it just so I don't have to hear him talk about it anymore.
I like to bring it up to Scott because he's always like, "Why do you need it?" And I'm like, "I don't need it. I want it." Dude, it has a slime on it. Somebody said, "Do you like getting physicals?" Yes, I do. I actually have a game coming in the mail tomorrow. I bought Dragon Quest Monsters Joker for the DS. That game's starting to get a little expensive, so I'm trying to beef up my DS collection before all the original DS games get too expensive. So I want to get Okami Den, and I have a few other ones I want to get before they get too expensive. I'll stop.
Can you believe that?
Can you believe that? I had to pay like $50 for Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. It's really upsetting. It's a game I loved in my childhood. Homebrew, dude. It's. I know I can play these games. It's not that. Like I know I can play them. It's I've
tried.
I like owning the games. I like having the boxes and the manuals. I like sitting there. I look at game manuals for fun, bro. I when I get the space, I'll collect strategy guides. Like I like collecting game stuff.
I've tried to give him a less expensive and more useful hobby, but it's nothing's taken.
Bro, you bought a 3D printer that you broke and haven't used since.
Well, I haven't used it because I broke it.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I didn't break it. It just broke. I'm still kind of pissed about that.
But yeah, I know there are ways to play all these games, but for systems I really like I really love the DS and the 3DS, and I love the PS2, and I love the PS4 and stuff like that. I like to collect stuff physical. Sometimes there have been like most of the time I only buy physical games if I've not bought them digitally, and if they're too expensive, I'll buy them. Like when I missed out on that Dragon Quest for $90, I was gonna just buy it digitally for $40. Then my dad gave it to me, so I looked up. I guess that ends my DS talk. I don't want to go too long. I don't want to be yelled at by you after stream.
Shake my fucking head. People are gonna think I like abuse you behind the scenes.
That is true. Well, if I start talking about how I want to buy like fucking Kirby Superstar Ultra for the DS, you're gonna yell at me. You're gonna be like, "Get a better hobby, you pussy boy." That's how you talk to me.
Oh.
I'll be like, oh
That's
my god,
awesome.
I got Phantom Hour. I was telling you about how I got Legendary Starfy. I got a really nice deal on it. I got it for like $30. It's an authentic copy. It comes with a manual and everything. It's in perfect condition. I was all excited, and you were like basically like, wow, what a loser. Wow, you're such a loser. You're so excited about that. Wow, you're such a loser. I still haven't recovered.
Fucking Starfy, bro.
Bro, it's the Legendary Starfy. First of all, please put some respect.
No
on the
one
name.
even knows what the fuck that is.
People know what the fuck Starfy is, okay?
No. No,
Starfy
they really
is a
don't.
fun platformer from the DS era. There were also Game Boy ones, but they never came to America. Starfy's great. Good find. See? Fuck you. People know.
Yeah, I
Look
don't
at-
know about
look-
that one,
look
Chief.
look at chat, Scott. Look at you. Everyone should play Starfy. It's fun. It's a fun little platformer.
I don't know. No, I'm not comfortable endorsing this. Everybody should play Starfy.
I've been playing Kirby Mass Attack lately.
Is that what you're gonna run on President? I'm gonna give everybody fucking Starfy. Sounds like an STD, bro. I got the Starfy.
Bye, Ghost Micromist.
Bye, Ghost Micrums.
Yeah, I've been playing Kirby Mass Attack lately. That game's fun. You control 10 Kirbys at once. Come on, what's cooler?
Now,
than
see,
that?
that's a video game.
Are we all excited about that new Kirby game? I'm pretty hyped for it. Also, Elden Ring comes out at the end of the month. How hyped are you for Elden Ring, Scott?
Over the moon.
You're gonna lose like 90% of your friends when Elden Ring comes out, because you're gonna be the
Dude,
only
I
one
have
not
like
playing.
3
it.
friends.
I know, and they all play Elden Ring, or they all play like FromSoft games. You think Echo's not gonna just disappear from the face of the earth when Elden Ring comes out?
Listen, I'm used to Echo getting a new like thing that he's obsessed about every now and then and disappearing. Kind of you too at this point.
But me and Echo at the same time about the same thing. I feel like that's gonna be rough for you.
I don't know. I have, the hard part will just be standing you guys talking about it.
Echo, I'm talking about how much we're gonna play Elden Ring and annoy Scott. I'm excited for it. Comes out at the end of this month. I gotta pre-order. it still, because like I'm getting it physically. Because I'm fucking a nerd like that.
See, that's
Echo,
what I'm
you do
talking
kind
about,
of get
guys.
obsessed over new things though, a lot. You like a lot of games. I'm gonna get excited to beat his ass next. Damn, that's fucking cold.
You kind of do though. Recently, it's been biking. Actually, for the last couple of months, it's been biking. You know, I know we normally don't talk about news, but Bryce, did you see that Kanye West said that he's not doing an NFT right now?
I did see that. He said ask him later.
He said ask him later if he's gonna do one.
What's that weird thing going on with their like her like eyebrow, Scott?
What?
There's like a line going from her eye and like curling into her eyebrow.
What?
Like coming out of her eye, like going into her the thing you're over right now. Like what's that? Why is there
That's
that?
her hair, you fucking geek.
Well, it looks bad, so you should change it. Ever thought of making money on YouTube? I'd love to do that. I'd love.
Ever thought of making? Yeah, I've thought about being taller as well. Sorry, I don't know if that question was supposed to be as funny as it was.
Yeah, people were calling you out for that tangent you had there, Scott. See, I was trying to be a good friend.
I said last week that you cannot always avoid tangents, okay?
Yeah, but you also said you should try.
Yeah, well. Do
Yeah.
what I say, not as I do.
The Gaming Geek said, "What's wrong with being a geek?" So it's directed at you, Scott.
You know, get laid.
Wow. Jesus. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go cuddle my copy of Yokai Watch. And cry in the corner. Yeah, but do you own Cooking Mama 1 and 2 on the DS?
It's not a game that you bought.
I did buy Cooking Mama 1 and 2.
Jesus.
Not for
H.
me. I
Christ.
bought it for my fiance. She likes those games.
Yeah,
Also-
but did she want to own them physically?
You can't buy them digitally. They're only DS games.
I don't know about that.
So I had to buy them. They were games she played as a kid.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and explain to my fiance how to fucking goddamn use Melon DS.
What are you saying? She can't understand it? Is that what
No,
you're saying?
I'm not fucking saying that. What are you? What is this? What is this?
I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
I can't believe this. Somebody's calling me right now.
Answer it.
No.
Say hello. You're on stream.
I had this guy text me at 3 a.m. the other day. I shit you not. It was like 3 a.m. on a Saturday. I was sitting up. I was playing Minecraft, and I get a text. It's like, "Wanna hit up the casino?" I didn't respond. I should have. I should have just said yeah. Just see where the night takes me.
Tell him to come pick you up, bro.
Yeah.
That where you see a potential way to get murdered, I see an opportunity for an adventure.
That is true. You and I have different views. Yeah, but
Say yes. I'm gonna bring my ample cash and I'll meet you at the casino.
But Scott, you can't tell me you don't like Ape Escape. You ever played the Ape Escape games?
I've never once played Ape Escape.
Bro, that's whack. I bet everyone in chat has played Ape Escape. Everyone.
I don't even know what Ape Escape is.
You don't
actually.
know what
Is that
Ape
just Donkey
Escape
Kong?
is? No. What? That's crazy, bro. Ape Escape. That's fucking bonkers.
The more I think about it, I don't even know what it is actually.
It's one of Sony's old mascots from the PS1 era.
I thought that was Crash Bandicoot.
I said one of, dumbass. They're basically games where like these monkeys get these they get these fucking helmets put on them and they become like sentient little assholes. Not sentient. They become like, I don't know, they're just little assholes and they just like run around and fucking you have to capture them all. It's fun.
So it's Pokemon.
It's a fun game. No, you have a stick and you beat the shit out of them. And then you capture them with a net.
So it's kind of like Pokemon still.
I guess. Ape Escape 2 and 3 are both really good. Everyone should go play them. They're fun games, guys. Everyone's talking about Ultra Kill. What's Ultra Kill? Scott, do you know what Ultra Kill is? Is it a fighting game thing? That sounds like a fighting game thing. Echo, what's Ultra Kill? Ingo's not
If
here,
we're
so
going to
I
talk
can't-
about real video games, let's talk about those Flash Stickman games on the computer from like 2007.
A retro shooter? How have I never heard of this then? Like retro as in like trying to be retro, or is in actually retro?
And fake retro alert?
No, I wasn't saying fake retro. I meant like Shovel Knight, which is a game trying to be retro. Okay, that's what I meant. Because if it was a more modern game, it makes sense why I wouldn't have heard of it. Movement shooter, like you mean like Doom? Oh, okay, I'm gonna go look into it. Like DMC mixed with Doom? That sounds pretty sick. I do like Devil May Cry and I do like Doom. Okay, what were you
Talking about Run DMC?
What were you were starting to say something, Scott?
What was that?
I don't know. You started talking about real games and then you got cut off.
I was just going to talk about 2007 Flash games with Stickman.
Shout out to the Stickman. We've talked about Stickman Flash games a lot, to be fair.
Remember the electric one where you're like Electric Man?
I don't actually.
I wonder if I could still find that. That'd be a great game to play on stream. That's co-op.
Is it?
Yeah, me and CJ played it. I know you guys don't know who CJ is, but Bryce does.
No, you've referenced CJ a lot on the stream. I feel like eventually people will start knowing him. Eventually, maybe CJ will ask us. He'll be like, why do the people know me?
I keep getting these messages, guys. Like, what's going on?
I've played every Stickman game, all of them to ever exist. I've played them all. Do you remember, Scott, the game made by the company Ninja Kiwi, the fucking the people that make balloons, that like the old SWAT team game that they had where you had to kill zombies? It was like the top-down shooter.
Vaguely.
It was called like SAS, like SAS, I think, maybe.
I vaguely remember this.
And it was kind of like zombies, where they were like the boarded up windows, and you'd walk between them and shoot, but it was like top down. I saw a female model being drawn and had to stop by. Well, thank you.
Hey. I was looking. I found the Electric Man game, but the volume was so loud that I actually couldn't pull it up.
Oh, you couldn't turn it down?
I did not see an option
There's
to.
a
No.
volume mixer, bro. Turn on your Chrome.
I mean, yeah, but that's a lot of work.
Wow.
They at some point they made volume mixer difficult to open.
Is that true? You just right click and click volume mixer.
Well, yeah, but it used to be if you right clicked, it would open it automatically. Now you have to click on volume mixer. I don't like anything that makes my life even marginally more difficult, Bryce.
Yeah, so the game was called SAS? Yeah. That's what I thought. I vaguely remember that. I played the hell out of that when I was younger. Also, there was like a similar type game. Like one of those top-down games where you were like a knight and you had a sword. I remember that very vividly.
I feel like I feel like if I seen it, I would remember
You
it.
probably would. There was also this game, Scott, you and I used to play it a lot. I barely fucking remember it, but it was a game where it was like... It was like
Tropica.
it was like a zombie game, and it was like wave-based. And so it was like you had your defenses, and like zombies would come and you'd shoot and kill them, and then it'd be like, now you can go out and scavenge for the day. And you'd like go out and scavenge, and then like you'd build up your defenses, and it would keep going. Do you remember that game? I feel like you'd remember if you saw it. I don't remember the name of it.
Vaguely. Was this on PlayStation or was this a Flash game?
This is a Flash game. This is like way younger.
Hmm.
The game
I
where
don't
you were a
remember
knight
off
with
the
the sword.
top.
No, I meant like it's the same game. It's literally the same game as SAS or the fucking SAS game, whatever it's called, the SWAT team game, except you are a knight and it's like ogres you're fighting. Like it's literally a copy pasted game. It's just with a knight instead of a SWAT guy. I think it's even made by Ninja Kiwi. I just forget the name of it. What's your favorite like piece of clothing to draw, Scott? Like a shirt, pants, underwear, bra, shoes, socks, gloves, earmuffs, chokers?
Well, this may not come as a surprise, but chokers.
You do like your choker. You're a big choker guy.
I'm a big choker guy. I just realized I forgot to draw the back of the bra here, so her it's just like painted onto her. Okay, hold on.
It's a stylistic choice.
My speakers came on. If my speakers are not plugged in, as they're not right now because I have my headset on, and they turn on, there's a loud humming noise because of the subwoofer. Don't know how to fix that, but whatever.
Orbitten said you like being choked. Question mark.
No, I don't know that I would say that. But I do like drawing a choker.
That's where Scott's shame comes in. We were talking about Scott's shame earlier. He won't admit that he likes being choked.
I actually can confirm that I do not.
Damn.
Not to get, not to get vulgar, not to get personal,
vulgar.
not to get, into the semantics of day-to-day life, but I can confirm I do not. So don't choke me if you see me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't run up to Scott and just start choking him. He won't get turned on. Anyone get Arceus? I've not gotten it yet, but I've seen people say it's good, which is surprising to me. I did not have high expectations for that game. I thought it was a cool concept. I just, for one, don't trust the fucking Game Freak to make a good game.
Bungie.
Pokemon Company, whatever they're called. But two, I thought it looked kind of graphically kind of bad. But I've seen people say it's really good. I've seen a lot of people really like it. It makes me want to try it. Looks like garbage, but it's fun though. Shadi said Scott draws beautiful ankles and then proceeds to delete them.
Yeah, I delete a lot of what I draw. But it has to be hidden. It's about the overlap, Shadia.
The person who said they just came here from the model, not that matters, says, who are we drawing? This is Lucia. This is Scott and I's OC.
That stands for original character.
If you want to see more of her, there's Scott. If you go to Scott's Twitter, you can see a bunch of her.
It's true.
If Nightbot ever drops the links. Apparently Nightbot doesn't fucking drop the links if you reply to somebody.
Bryce has been having a hard time
Bro,
with
me
Nightbot.
and fucking Nightbot, it's supposed to do... There we go. I guess you can't reply to somebody with links.
And there we go. That's the whole drawing.
Can I borrow your OC? I swear I'll give it back.
Oh fuck! There's a whole 40 minutes left.
Yeah.
Guess we'll shade.
This is when we play stick fight.
See, the good thing though about this outfit is it's going to be really quick to color because it's just bra and panties.
Great, so we'll have about 30 minutes left by the time you're done. You got rid of Kolki's name. I can't believe you did this.
Oh, sorry.
What are you gonna eat for dinner tonight, Scott?
I have already eaten dinner, my friend.
We started streaming at 2 p.m.
Yeah, I had to eat before the stream.
So you didn't eat lunch? You ate dinner before the stream?
Yeah, well, I ate lunch at like 7:30.
Then when did you eat breakfast?
I didn't eat breakfast.
Then the first thing you ate's breakfast.
No, because I'd already been awake for a few hours.
Oh, that's fair, I guess. See, I woke up and I ate breakfast at 5 a.m. And then I ate my lunch at like 9. And then I'm gonna eat dinner and we hop off. I'm starving. I'm really hungry.
That's why I ate before the stream.
It's easier for me to do that on the Thursday stream because they're late. Typically, I'll eat dinner or I'll eat something before those streams. But,
Yeah, well, on days we stream, I pretty much always eat right before the stream.
I used to do that, but then I don't know. It's hard for me. I'm stupid. Anyone else find the comic before Lucius Drawings? I didn't know there was a comic for the first 5 months. There were, when we started the Discord and stuff like that, it was mostly just fans of our comic. We had like 5,000, 4,000 followers, something like that. I think on Webtoons. So we had fans before then, but it was like more of like a tight knit kind of hardcore community. Like we had like 30 or 40 people in the Discord for the first few months. And it kind of just like grew slowly like that, and then it blew up. So there were definitely people that knew us just from the comic for a little bit, just not as many.
Gaming Geek knows me from Instagram? What?
That's where
I didn't.
That's where Deity found you from too.
Huh. I guess I'll keep posting on that piece of shit. I really hate Instagram. But I talked about this.
Yes, he talked about it literally earlier this stream.
Well, I'll spare you guys the rant again then.
Damn, you got found despite the fact that Scott's been fucking shadow banned
That's true.
for drawing boobies.
Instagram, they don't like boobies unless you're an influencer. In which case, they're cool with it.
Not gonna lie, I found y'all off Instagram as well. Scott, it's growing.
The fuck?
Agent, I found you on Instagram as well. Also, hi,
Oh.
Agent. The goat from last stream.
Hello. Yeah, we picked on his art for a long time about tangents. It's very good art.
Instagram's grid format makes it slightly better for viewing art than Twitter, not interacting with it though.
Yeah, well, it was going fine up until it wasn't.
Until they shadow banned you.
Until they shadow banned me, and then, you know.
Everyone rip Scott's fucking Instagram moment of silence. How's posting on
Okay.
Newgrounds been going? You still been doing it?
Yeah, I try and remember. It's hard. I'm trying to remember to post on Reddit and post on Newgrounds.
Oh yeah, you told me I was supposed to start posting on Reddit, but I forgot.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember to do it, and then I told Bryce to do it, and then he couldn't remember to do it, so now I'm trying to remember to do it again.
You told me to do it. I said, you gotta remind me for the first few times because it's not in my routine because I'm having to post on Patreon and Gumroad and all this stuff. And also, the one thing I told you, I said, if you want me to post on Reddit, you have to tell me when you post because I have no idea. You never tell me when you're doing your Twitter posts. You just drop them randomly. I didn't know about the Boxer one today. I just didn't know the time. There needs to be more collaboration if you want that.
See, he doesn't even have notifications on for
I
my
do
posts,
have notifications on for you, but sometimes when I'm in the middle of pissing in the middle of the day, I'm not like, oh, I gotta go run to Reddit.
guys. He pisses a lot.
I
It's
do
true.
I do piss a lot. I piss like 8 times a day.
Unless he's in public.
Yeah, then I only piss like twice. Then I go play some D2. Hope you have a good night. I don't know what D2 is, but I hope you have fun.
Yeah, hope you win, son.
Do you guys share posting responsibilities? Posting a bunch of places really taxing by myself. I post on Patreon. I post on Gumroad. I post anything on Discord. I run the Twitch. I do everything except for the Reddit and Scott's Twitter. In terms
And
of
my
posting.
Instagram, which is
And your-
apparently popping.
And your Instagram. I manage the Discord, the Twitter, or the Discord, the Twitch, the Patreon, the Gumroad, and all kind of stuff. Somebody else said.
Basically, anything
Destiny
that
2.
says it's
Have fun
just
playing
me.
Destiny 2.
Yeah, have
Shout
fun.
out
Anything that says
Sony!
it's just me, then I'm doing it. What?
I said shout out Sony because they bought Bungie. Ever play a Metro game? I've not played a Metro game. No.
Same.
I remember when they were first coming out though, and everyone was playing them. Also, the Gaming Geek said, "I love you too." I love you too. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Heart less than 3.
Remember equals 3? Shout out Ray William Johnson. If we can get Ray William Johnson on stream, that'd be pretty
Do you
tight.
remember when I recorded that song and I referenced Ray William Johnson like 3 times for some reason?
I do.
I just think about equals 3.
I remember when I was like 11, I stayed up all night watching equals 3. And I like thought Ray William Johnson was the funniest guy ever. That's the most 11-year-old thing I'd ever done in my life. I don't know if Ray's still funny now. I don't know what he does now.
Well, he left equals 3, and then I think he became like a producer for stuff.
I know he was popping on Vine for a long time when Vine was a thing.
And then Vine.
And I think he like started popping on
And then Vine.
Facebook. Like I think he started doing that. He makes fun of TikTok.
He left equals 3, and then like tried to have somebody else run it, and that didn't work. As far as I remember.
Yeah, no, it didn't. Shadi said, "Have you guys ever played any horror games?" I played a lot of horror games.
I played 1.
I really like horror games. Some of my favorites.
Bryce, what was that horror game that I played?
Outlast.
Outlast. I played Outlast.
Outlast 1 is good. The Resident Evil games are good. The ones that are actually horror games. Trying to think off the top of my head anymore. I played a
What
bunch.
about
of
Outlast 2?
Outlast 2 is fucking garbage. No one should play Outlast 2. It's a waste of your time and your money. The game's really bad. I really hated Outlast 2. I really thought that game was a train wreck.
Big
Outlast
fan.
1's good though. I recommend Outlast 1. Actually, you guys should play Phasmophobia, Bryson Scott. I've been trying to get Scott to play Phasmophobia. I tried when it was popping.
I'd rather play Among Us.
Veldros said, "Back, but I gotta go again. Before I go, what if nut weighed as much as a brick?" Do you mean like cum? Is that what you came back in, Veldros? You just came back in to ask me what if cum weighed as much as a brick? Have a heavy dick, heavy balls.
You know, I hadn't thought about it, and
Have some fucking. What's that one thing, Scott? The cube thingy.
oh, like tungsten steel.
Yeah, you have like a tungsten fucking ball sack. Where
I
is
had never put much thought into it, and I don't think that I will.
If you played Hollow Knight, I have played Hollow Knight. I didn't finish it, but it's really good.
I've
Also-
not, but I've done Hollow Knight fan art.
That is true. Very long time ago.
Yeah, it's old.
Where's the Deep Hatred for Outlast 2? It's just a bad game. I don't know. Nothing beyond that. I didn't think it was good. I thought it was balls.
Well,
I thought it was brick balls. Don't you mean osmium, the densest element? Tungsten is the second? Oh, I don't know. I
yeah,
know
but
everyone...
you can't get an osmium sphere. You can get a tungsten sphere or cube on Amazon for about $400. I've been tempted, but I didn't buy it. Bryce talked me out of it.
Yeah, Scott gives me all this shit for buying gaming stuff, and then one day he shows up with a $300 fucking cube, and he's like, "Bro, I want to get this tungsten cube so bad. This would be so fucking cool." And
At
I'm
least
like,
mine had utility.
utility? It sits on a fucking desk. It sits on a desk and does nothing, and you're like, "What? It's the
It's the best
heaviest.
paperweight in the
It's
world.
the heaviest cube. It's the best paperweight." Bro, it was the lamest thing. I actually was mad at Scott. I was mad when he told me he wanted to buy that because of all the shit he gives me for the shit I buy. And I was pissed at him. I'm still pissed at him. This stupid fucking cube. I'll fucking hit you with it. You ever buy it? It's like legitimately one of the dumbest wastes of
I
money.
just think this is a good idea.
It's like legitimately one of the dumbest wastes of money I've ever
I just
seen.
think this would be a good. It's
Look-
4-inch. Think about how heavy this would be.
Look at
this 4-inch cube, Bryce. It weighs 40 pounds.
the fucking reviews on this are all crazy. It's like, bro, I bought this and now my life has changed. Like legitimately, my life is better now that I have this. Not these ones. See, these are too expensive. This is where you get real people. You want the ones where
Almost impossible to pick up with one hand. It came well packaged in a wooden crate and lots of foam. I'm going to smash stuff with it. Damn boy, he thick.
I have big hands. It's hard to pick up with one hand. I offered Diana $100 if she could pick it up, and she didn't earn the $100. It will create a nice 4-inch cube pattern even on a day tabletop, even if dropped a few inches so you don't want to damage furniture. Don't drop it on your foot. There's one where this dude was like, I swear this is going to start sucking in the entire world around me. It's so dense. It's the densest thing I've ever seen or had in my entire life.
Now here's the cheaper one that I was actually going to buy. It was only 1.5
It's
inches.
$200, Scott.
But it weighs 2.2 pounds.
Who the fuck cares?
I think it would be neat.
Wait, that's the one. That you got to read this review. This one's great.
You want to read it or me?
All the people here who bought this wireless tungsten cube to admire its
Wireless.
surreal have precisely the wrong mindset. I, in my exalted wisdom and unbridled ambition, bought this cube to become fully accustomed to the intensity of its density, to make its weight bearable and in fact normal, so that all the world around me may fade into fluffy arena of gravitational inconsequence. And it's worked to profound success. I have carried the tungsten with me. I have grown attached to the downward pull of its small form, its desire to be one with the floor. This force has become so normal to me that lifting any other object feels like lifting cotton candy or a fluffy pillow. Big burly men who pump iron now seem to me as little children who raise mere aluminum. The next one's pretty great too. I've read all of these. I really could not believe it when you told me you wanted to buy this stupid shit.
Look at it.
Look at it. And you fucking tell me. That the fact that I want to buy a fucking 2DS is a waste of money. A 2DS is the same price of this stupid fucking cube. Somebody just said my cube connects to the outlet. Leave the chat. Get out of here if you bought one of these. I'm sorry. I do not stand for this. I do not stand for buying one of these cubes.
It's a 1.5-inch cube
No!
and it weighs 1 kilogram. Pretty much what I paid for. Not sure how to review this inanimate object that does nothing.
I get it.
Maybe I'll
GameCube.
say
That's a
it's
good joke.
waterproof, doesn't need recharging, and it's ready for use right out of the box with no preparation required.
Slim Fit Sack, it was a GameCube. Nobody else has bought this. He was referencing his GameCube, first of all. So no one's on your side. Let me make that clear. But can the cube
There are
run
people
custom
saying that
frame?
it would be cool.
They're wrong.
No. What does it do? Shadia, it's a heavy cube. It's a lot heavier than you might expect for a 1-inch cube. What else do you need? I don't know. You just don't
Is it
get
like a
Bryce.
compensating thing?
This is like
Are you
This is-
compensating for something?
this is just like ocean waves. You just don't get it.
I will drop it on your head. Yeah, fucking yeah. I'll commit literal murder with it against you.
There are people that think it would be cool.
I'm exhausted from thinking about that again. There's also spheres, and they're just as stupid.
That's true. I can find the same thing, but in sphere version, which is even cooler, if I'm being honest.
It's for those
You know-
who need something to anchor them down to life.
If somebody else donates $50, we have to keep streaming.
I know, I'm really hungry. This is the one time I'm hoping we don't get money. Because I'm legitimately really hungry. And I have to pee really bad.
I know you can't pee in public, but can you pee on stream or
I peed on the headset multiple times when we were younger.
like on the headset?
When Scott and I were younger, there'd be times we'd be like playing PlayStation, and like I would just start pissing in the middle of a party with like 10 people. Like I would just like go into the bathroom, just piss with my headset on, just to see if anybody would like start saying shit to me.
Didn't mute his mic.
Didn't mute my mic. There was that time you dropped your controller in the toilet and then tried to wash it off to fix it. And fucking broke your controller.
I did do that. Yeah.
He dropped his controller in the toilet. He went and then he started running water on it, and he just went silent.
Yeah, that did happen. I can confirm that happened.
He's just sitting there fucking scrubbing his controller, wondering why it's not working. And it was a 360 controller too.
Those things were durable.
And that's what I'm saying. Those things were fucking. They were hefty boys.
I think it did work eventually. Actually,
The
I just
cube
didn't want to
thing's
use it
making a
'cause it
lot
had
more
piss on
sense
it.
now. Sounds right for someone who'd buy a $300 cube. You're getting fucking clowned,
Well, when I have this cube, you guys are gonna be jealous. I'm gonna take a video of this cube and rub it in your faces. Show you how to
pick
spend
it up.
money
It's too
wisely.
fucking dense.
You'll see. You'll all see.
Can I just say I think that'd be a really bad financial decision?
I think it'd be pretty cool. Think about how many conversations I could start when I'm having my parties.
I think you mean end.
Nah, people are gonna be like, I'm gonna be like sitting at my desk and be like, hey guys, try and pick up this cube, and then they're gonna try and do it, and they will pick it up. It's not that heavy, but like they're gonna be like, wow, that was heavier than I thought.
You
Why
will
is
be a
that so
god.
heavy?
Don't encourage him. Don't
Exactly.
just come out and say things like that.
Thank
we can't.
you, Joseph
We
Cart.
can't let him think this is a good idea.
I already think this is a good idea.
It's not.
Haters. This is how Kanye must
Scott
feel.
is right on this. Are you crazy?
Nah, dude, you're just not getting it.
You're fucking with me. Everyone that's saying Scott's right is fucking with me. There's
Y'all
no way.
understand?
There's
Bryce doesn't
no way.
fucking get it.
There's
Thank
no
you,
way
guys.
that buying a $300 fucking cube is. It can be a tax write-off
What
for the
else are
stream.
you gonna
No,
use
it
that money
can't.
on?
That's not how taxes work.
It'll be a business expense.
No,
I'll show it
it
on stream.
can't. No, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna lose my mind at this.
Someone donate so I can get a Tuscan cube.
I just think it's neat. I hate every second of this. I'm
It would be pretty
I'm
neat.
gonna buy a bunch of these and fucking make a bat and beat you to death with it.
Tell me, you wouldn't be able to pick it up. Tell
I
me.
thought I could. I thought it wasn't
Tell
that
me,
heavy.
tell me. Well, not if you made a whole bat. That one 4-inch cube was 40 pounds. Tell me, which would people be more impressed by? Seeing your metal slug thing, or seeing a really heavy cube?
First of all, it's a metal slime. Second of all, it's
Yeah,
a 2DS, not a thing. Third of all, it's cheaper than your fucking tungsten cube.
Yeah, but which would be more impressive to people?
I don't know.
No
I
one's
don't.
gonna care
I
if
don't
you
have
show them
fucking
your
tiny
thing.
penis syndrome. I
No
don't
one's
need
gonna
my
care
fucking
if you show them
my
your
tungsten
fucking
cube.
your box with a squid on it or whatever. But if you show them a real heavy cube, they're gonna be like, "Damn, that's a heavy cube. Why that cube so heavy though?"
No, they're not, Scott. They're not. They're just gonna be like, oh, it's a heavy cube, and they're gonna fucking move on. They're gonna think you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, but a loser with a
I'm
big,
trying to help
heavy
you
cube.
stay cool, and I'm the fucking dork here. I'm the one that pissed my pants in elementary school because I didn't put my dick out.
You did
Why
that.
am I the one having to tell you this is a bad idea?
Because
The cube
clearly
is
you
awesome.
don't
Stop,
get it.
stop. We can't, guys. Guys, we cannot encourage this behavior.
Can we get one like as a stream and keep it as a class pet? Like we'll take turns
No.
with it. We'll switch
If
every
you-
week.
Listen to me. If you buy one of these and like when we have our office in the future, I will dead ass fucking put it in the trash. I will get rid of it and I'll just reimburse you the money. It's a better decision.
If you can lift it into the trash. I'll hear it if you drop it into the trash because it's real heavy.
I don't see
You
a
see
reason
what I have
to
to
buy
deal
a
with? He
cube.
doesn't
Thank
understand
you.
my vision.
If Bryce is saying it's a bad idea, it's a pretty bad idea. Thank you. Someone gets it. Listen, I'm the one that's dumb, right? We've acknowledged that. We've accepted that. When the dumb one is telling you to stop, you have to know to stop. You have to look at all the signs are here.
Well, what about? How do you feel about the sphere?
I will say the sphere is probably cooler. At least because you can fucking throw it at yourself like a shot put. And...
I mean, technically, you could do that with a cube as well.
Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't have the same effect. Please, Lucy, a cube outfit.
I could draw her with a cube. I could.
Yeah, draw her with a tungsten cube weighing her down. Sphere is for pussies.
She's gonna be standing on.
I
a
guess
scale
a
and be
serious
like, wow.
question. Somebody said, "Wait, how did Scott make the halftone for the background?"
I went to. Why is nothing working? Did my Photoshop crash? I think my Photoshop might have crashed just then. Hold on. Oh no, it didn't. My brush was just very small. Okay. I went to filter, pixelate, color, halftone, and you have to make each channel 45, and then you could just change the radius to be whatever you wanted.
There you go. Chain the cube to her ankle and throw her in the sea.
It would be pretty difficult to swim with that cube, to be honest.
That's why I wouldn't get in that boat with you in DC. How do I know you don't have one of these fucking cubes?
You'd know the second I stepped on that boat, it'd fucking sink.
Oh, God, I can't. I have a headache because of you. Your stupid fucking tungsten cube. Well, at least we both have our own stupid purchases, Scott.
Well, technically, I've not made this purchase.
You will, though. I know you will. You have never once in your life been like, I want this, and then if you've had the means, and not bought it eventually. It's all just a matter of one night you're gonna have a really bad day and you're gonna cave and you're gonna buy it.
Yeah, but I held out for a long time on the drone, to be fair.
That is true, and you regret it immediately.
No, I regretted it. It took a couple days to regret it. I did regret it eventually, yes. Bryce's brain can't contain the magnificence of the cube. That's true. You just don't get. If Echo were here, he would tell me.
Echo would no fucking shot. Echo would agree with you. No way. Echo would call you a fucking idiot. You know what? Okay, I will say though, there's two chances. I could see Echo being like, "That's so fucking stupid. That's so stupid," or I could see him being like, "But it's a really heavy cube," and going your way. I really don't know. And now that I say, Echo, Scott wants to buy a tungsten cube for fucking $300. I'm trying to tell him it's a fucking stupid idea. It's
Echo,
a waste of money.
Look at this cube.
It is fucking
this
dumb.
Cube.
It's just heavy. That's all it is.
It's 1 inch, but it weighs 2 pounds. It's this tiny little cube. But
What's
it's
the
so
cube
heavy.
for? It's for nothing. It doesn't do
heavy.
anything. It literally
Look
is
at it.
worthless. It's just
It's
heavy.
so big.
It's just
It's
a
so
fucking
big and heavy.
cube. What will you do with it? Nothing. You said it's a paperweight.
Well, I would show people, like I would like be the Don from The Godfather, and I'd be Don Vito, and I'd say like, come into my office, and that's how you come here, you pick up my cube, and then
Yeah,
they'd
it's
come
the
and
cat.
they'd
You
pick
got the
up the
fucking
cube.
cube in your leg.
And then they'd be like, wow, that cube's kind of heavy. That's heavier than I thought. And I'd be like, right? It's a
You
look,
gave me
it's a honey
shit.
bestseller.
You-
It's a honey bestseller. Fuck you. It has 273 ratings.
Scott, you gave me shit for wanting to buy a Dragon Quest Slime 2DS that is literally the same price as this. But you want to buy a cube that literally has no fucking use. It's worthless. It's just heavy. Get a bigger cube and we'll agree. Echo, I swear to God, if you get this man to buy an even more expensive one.
Hold on, I gotta
Oh,
find
I feel like I'm fucking crazy. I feel like I'm legitimately insane.
Okay, Echo, this is the 4-inch tungsten cube. It's only 4 inches wide, but it weighs 40 pounds. Do you not think this is awesome? Are you not entertained by my cube? See, you're telling me you can't think of something to do with a 40-pound 4-inch cube?
Beat you over the fucking head with it.
No, you couldn't. That's 40 pounds.
You need to think larger. Echo, stop. Echo, I'm literally begging you. Scott will buy this. That's the problem. Scott's like a child.
What are these?
Stop!
Find all your
Get the fuck
tungsten
away!
needs
Get close,
at
close.
Midwest
Scott,
Tungsten.
close it. Close it. No, you close this
What are
fucking page and you get back to work.
aluminum?
Scott, you stop right
I
now.
don't
I
know.
will end stream right now.
I'm gonna go
You
look
fucking,
at
you get rid of it.
They have a bestseller section.
Give me one reason I should follow, bro. I don't fucking know. Tungsten cube. I can't.
We're
fucking
talking about a
believe it.
big heavy cube.
I can't fucking. Believe
What more
it.
reason do you need? One day we're gonna start this.
Do they have
stream
pyramids
and
too? Echo, are you gonna buy one? I told you it could go
It's a
either.
pyramid?
He said, "Do they have pyramids?"
Oh, hold on. Let me Google it.
Oh my gosh. I have a
They
headache.
do.
Pull the pyramid up at least so that people can see it.
Look at this. It's
That-
a big pyramid.
That's cooler than the cube. I'll be honest. That's cooler than the cube and the sphere. But it's still fucking stupid. What's that one like half cube? That one's dumb. That one's really bad. Tetrahedron? No, fuck that one. Now that's impressive. Echo, what? I thought you were one of the good ones. I thought I could
told
trust
you.
you to be
I
on my
told you
side.
Echo
I
would
thought you
see
were
this.
with me. You're with him.
Yo with him.
You brought him here to kill me. Oh my gosh. I can't. You'll go buy a pyramid now? No, don't.
That pyramid
Stop.
is insane.
Scott's just trying to get people to make bad financial decisions. Go buy like something else.
Think about how much it'll be worth in the future, though.
It won't be. It'll be worth less.
But it's so heavy.
There's no way that shit rises in value. It's a fucking cube. That's all it is. And, oh, sorry, a
In the-
pyramid.
In the apocalypse, think about how necessary this will be. Did you think about it?
What if the cube's a scam and it's just a tin box filled with heavy material? That's probably what the fuck it is.
Well, then how would it be so heavy?
It's just
It's,
really heavy material.
it's like a black hole. I'm glad you guys see it my way.
Don't the Egyptian pyramids become more valuable over time?
That's a good point.
My throat hurts. My fucking COVID throat's coming back from when I was fucking sick. Jesus Christ.
You might feel better if you had a tungsten
There's
sphere.
11 minutes left. Oh my gosh.
Unless someone donates.
I thought we were fucking. I thought the tungsten cube thing. This is the end of the stream. This is the end of our friendship. This is the end of everything. Do you think Elon Musk has one of them, bro? He's the kind of guy. He probably has multiple. He probably his bed frame's probably made out of them.
What about a tungsten NFT?
Hey, how dense would that be? It crashed the entire internet.
Remember when Kim Kardashian did that photo shoot
The break
like-
the internet thing.
that broke the internet or break the internet thing? That was really silly. That was a weird. I remember when that was like the craziest thing that happened.
I do. Why'd you just write her name?
I was just trying to think of a way to spice up that background.
Put her name. That's a good idea.
Oh, thanks.
I am on my knees, mouth open, begging you to quit. Veldros, are you okay?
Begging me to buy the cube?
Bro, I can talk for tungsten cubes for hours because I'm a chemist. But that doesn't mean you'd buy one, right?
I bet you would.
No,
you
we wouldn't.
tell me that would be a good purchase. If the chemist is telling me that's a good purchase, that's a good purchase. Chemists are smart.
Koki,
I
buy
took
the
chemistry
cube?
in high school. I was
Koki,
really bad.
stop!
I'm gonna take that donation that Kolki gave us and buy a tungsten cube.
I'm gonna break. My brain's gonna break. I fucking smashed the buy button?
There we go.
No.
There we go.
Guys. Come on.
Hold on. Poll.
Everyone's just gonna vote yes to piss me off.
Should Scott buy the heavy?
I'm a
Nice.
computer scientist. Computers are made of metal. Tungsten is metal. This is dumb. If you don't buy it, someone else will buy it. Good. Let someone else waste fucking $3,000. You know how much $3,000 is? It's a lot of money.
All right, poll is live, guys. I'm gonna make sure that I vote yes.
I can't believe it.
Well, tons of packs. There's the bigger one is the 4-inch one is $3,000. But the smaller one, the little baby one, is $200.
Scott would buy an island if he were rich? No, the problem is Scott would buy an island if he wasn't rich. Scott would be where he's at right now, and you'd hand him a contract, and he'd be like, I could pay it off. My kids could help pay it off, too. Their kids, too. We'll have an island. Who cares? It's an island.
Is there a way I can buy an island?
See, this is the problem. This is the problem.
Who's gonna come collect?
He's a baby. He's a baby. He's a baby.
I'm gonna start looking into islands.
He would. That's the problem. This is why I'm trying to tell you to stop encouraging him. Because it's not about this purchase. It's that he's always like this. He will buy something whether he has the money for it or not. And he'll buy something just because he can. He's a problem. Getting into debt with Scott? No. No. He'll give you bad financial advice.
Put it on my Amex.
Scott, I'm begging you as a friend not to buy
I could put it on my Chase Freedom card. Chase Freedom to buy spheres. Big ol' cubes.
Who are we rating?
Oh shit, I don't know. We're up on that time, aren't we?
The cube will cause a butterfly effect. I feel like it already has. Though buying the cube won. Isn't that the whole point to get money to buy random stuff? But,
Yeah.
but, you can make smaller purchases and get multiple things.
Well, the cube itself is pretty small.
And, like, the cube does nothing. Listen, to you as a chemist, it does something. To Scott, it doesn't. He's going to put it, and it's going to watch him jerk off. That's all it's going to do.
But it's going to be so heavy while it does it. When somebody tells me something serious, I can be like, damn, bro, that's pretty heavy. But not as heavy as my tungsten cube. And then hand them the cube. And I bet they'll feel better.
My mouth's agape right now. I can't. My head hurts. I'm hungry. You've worn me out. Veldraws is really upset with you. I'm really glad that Veldraws is on my side. P.O. Box? Bro, if you... No. You would just send Scott tungsten cubes. His P.O. Box would fucking collapse. Scott has a point, but Bryce buying DS games is 10 times a better purchase.
No. I don't think that's
Is Scott really Scott's really going to buy it? I 100% guarantee he was going to buy it. Even if he doesn't buy it after the stream. What kind of layer is the blue shading layer? I've tried that shading, but I can never get it right.
I don't actually shade with it. Like, I don't turn it into a multiply layer, because if you do that, it looks like poop. It looks like underwater poop. I just use it to, like, make the selection, and then I can take my handy dandy paint bucket and pick the shadow color and be like, oops. And be like, look, skin shadow. Look, oops. Look, bra shadow. Look, hair shadow. It just makes shading really fast if you already have the colors, which I do. Because I draw Lucio a lot, obviously.
My father built a 3D printer out of wood and upgraded it to plastic, and he'll make a metal printer in a couple times so I can print my own tungsten cube. Is your dad Elon Musk? What's going on here? What is this?
Yo, ship me that tungsten cube, bro.
What the fuck is that? Help Scott with his 3D printer.
Yo, she's bronze.
Scott's 3D printer broke and no one can help him fix it. And he's struggling.
True. I'm apparently the only person in the world that's had the problem that I'm having.
You can't buy this cube, Scott. You're not going to fucking buy this cube, right? Like, I'm just being dead ass as a friend here.
I'm not saying... I'm not ruling anything out.
You looked at that.
200. I'm getting a good deal on this apartment that I looked at, so I feel like it's only right that I spend that money elsewhere.
Forklift Boy said, "What have I missed?" I think Kolky clipped it a few times. We've been fighting for like a half hour about a tungsten cube.
Which I should get, really.
If you can send it to Brazil, my father will fix it for sure. Well, Scott, nobody else can fix your fucking 3D printer.
Well, to be fair, it's not a real expensive 3D printer. It's actually cheaper than the tungsten cube. So it's probably not worth shipping to Brazil, but I appreciate the offer. If he can tell me why all of my prints are coming out stretched horizontally, then that'd be great.
Hello, Scott and Bryce. Hello. I regret to inform you this is the tungsten cube stream. I'm so upset about this. I don't even feel... I'm not even mad. I'm just sad. I'm just disappointed.
Sad because you don't have
You should give her different colored shoes. Like, you should give her different poses, different colored shoes.
Should I?
I don't know. I think that'd be a funky little idea.
I'll try it.
I'm not saying it'll work. I'm just saying it's an interesting little idea.
I'll try it. It's not the worst idea you've had.
It's only $200. I like that money can be used for anything else. It brings them joy. But listen,
Exactly.
Name Shiny. But listen.
Exactly.
But listen. You shut your fucking mouth. But listen. Every time I buy a game or anything, he gives me shit for it. And he makes fun of me. And he gives me shit for buying stuff I like. And the stuff I buy is at least stuff I can play or use or do something with. It has a function. No, you cannot. You bastard. That's the problem. People can spend their money on whatever they want to spend their money on. I don't give a shit if it makes you happy. I'm a big proponent of that. But Scott gives me shit when I buy stuff. So him buying this fucking cube, I'm waiting for like someone to knock on my door and think I'm really mad right now. Fucking when he buys this cube that's literally worthless, that's what pisses me off because it's fucking hypocritical. It's hypocritical. I swear to God, Forklift, don't I fucking know you in person. Don't you fucking come at me like this. You son of a bitch. Scott, the orange is missing on one of the hips. It's only on one pose.
Yeah.
Fix it.
No, I noticed that a while back, but I decided that I'm not going to fix it.
I don't like it when mom and dad fight. Well, were they getting a fucking divorce? Sorry.
I get the sphere in the divorce.
Go ahead. Fucking keep it. Keep it and kill yourself with it. How about that? Use it to hang yourself. Cheap fucking pulley system it.
It's probably... I probably could. With some engineering.
Divorce is good. No more fighting. Yeah, but you guys don't get 2 Christmases. Scott's leaving you for the cube. What a rough day.
I just think the courts would take my side on this.
This is the worst thing that's happened to me. What would you do with it? Yeah?
No, your shoe idea was stupid. I'm not doing that.
Okay. This is an ass yellow. You shouldn't use this yellow.
Could do that.
She took the fucking kids in the cube.
Well, we're at 3 hours. Should I start searching for
I don't know.
somebody to raid?
Sure. We'll be back on Thursday.
That's a whole ass dumbbell. You right.
Find someone to raid. I hope everyone had
If
a fun
anything,
stream.
because of this conversation, I want to buy it more now.
You know what? Buy it, go broke, starve on the street, let your fucking partner leave you, be miserable in life. That would make me happy. Suffer.
Yeah.
Go encounter eternal suffering.
You guys see what I go through?
Well, I hope everyone had a good stream. I hope it was a fun stream for everybody. It certainly was for me. It was a joyous time up to the last 20 minutes when I had to argue about this fucking cube. It was a really good time. Yeah, we'll be back Thursday. We have any plans for Thursday? Do we have any guests?
Nope.
Do you want to?
We got.
Do you want to get a guest, or do you
planned.
want to just do us?
I don't know. Does anybody in chat have any ideas?
Shadia, are you still here? You want to be on Thursday?
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
Well, I figured she's here. We could ask. It's fine if you don't. She said yeah. See, yeah. I mean, it's if you're busy, we could do next Thursday. But if you're not busy, if you want to be on Thursday, be on Thursday. Shadia said yeah. We're talking about one day Shadia on
to
anyway.
raid, but these streams are weird.
These streams are weird. Yeah, our stream is really normal right now with this argue about tungsten cube. Yeah,
I bet you can't find content like this anywhere else.
Yeah, everyone. Shadia will be on Thursday then. We'll be live at 5 p.m. EST. It'll be the boys back. That's the old stream crew. You, me, and Shadia.
That's true. It's been a while.
It has been a while. We will bring up the cube then. Yeah, then Shadia is gonna fucking yell at you and kick your ass. You think I'm mad? I feel like Shadia is gonna kill you. Shadia is more adult than both of us.
That's true. You calling her old?
No, I'm just saying she's more adult than us. Doesn't have anything to do with age.
I bet that I can convince her on this sphere business.
I don't think you can. First time watching, and I come into you guys talking about the cube. I'm sorry. I didn't want it to end up like this. It's
Alright,
a fucking cube.
Rating now.
Wait. Okay. Well, bye everybody. We'll be live Thursday. Switching over to the starting soon screen. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.